Hey, this is Maddie.
And this is Taylor,
And this is Spill the Mead.
a history gossip podcast.
Bitch the pot, the tea is hot.
Uh-huh.
And the tea is really important to me, you guys. Oh my gosh, as if you didn't hear me say that before every single episode in the And series. But this one's important to me too.
Yeah. Why? What is it? I can't wait.
Oh, I'm going to tell you what it is. Well, I'm going to tell them what it is because you know what it is, Taylor. Credit to you for letting me know that Apple is coming out with a series on some Hawaiian history.
Yes.
Thank fucking God, right? Hawaiian history is so cool, you guys. You know how wherever you're from, it seems like it's middle school, they hit you with that area's history really hard. I grew up in Hawaii, and so I learned all about Hawaiian history, and these stories are, they're insane. They're so cool. And the whole time, like I'm revisiting these as an adult, and I'm like, why is no one making a movie out of this? Why is no one picking this up?
God. Seriously, though, I was thinking, like, this is the first time I feel like I've ever seen anything come out with Hawaiian history. And the chief of war just looked like there's like fighting going on. There's definitely conflict. There's a rebellion, colonialism mixed with just a Hawaiian inter-island fighting, and just love it. It's amazing. And being in New Orleans, did not get Hawaiian history, so there's no. It's all brand new and
dramatic.
And hearing stories of you growing up out there, I love them.
It is. Oh my gosh. It really, it was such an amazing experience. I've never been back. I moved when I was 14 and never went back, but I will one day, and I'll document all this for you, because everything you just listed right there, this story is going to give you all of that. Oh my gosh.
I want to see it. I want to be on the islands that they were fighting on. Like, come on.
Oh my gosh, because the terrain is a whole thing. It's a whole thing. It's with this type of warfare. It's the 12th man, really. Like, it is really crazy. They all know it so well, and it just comes into play. We're going to talk about Hawaiian warfare. Don't you worry, because we are going to tell the story of Kamehameha the Great, the chosen one. There were prophecies about how great this man was going to be before he was born.
Oh, okay. The chosen one.
And it's the chosen one. Now, again, I grew up on Maui. I grew up in Hawaii. I am not Hawaiian. Very, very haole, but I will try my best with these pronunciations because I just have the utmost respect for the people, the culture, the land, the aina, as they call it. And I just want to tell this story the best I can. But I do implore you to listen to a native Hawaiian tell you these things, because again, it's that information that's passed down type of thing. And the way that they tell it is just so beautiful. And again, there's slightly different versions because of that. So I used as a major source for this, one of the great grandchildren of Kamehameha himself. His name is Brook Kapukuniahi Parker. And he has great videos out there all about Kamehameha. He's a great artist. Honestly, please listen to this episode, but do yourself the justice of going to check him out and listen to him, because it's amazing.
We want to give you the good parts of the story, but always go to the primary source if you can. Why not?
Right? Yeah, we cross-check our sources here at Spill the Mead, but when we have that solid one, we're going to tell you. And in this case, Brook Kapukuniahi Parker is the one.
The one.
Now with Kamehameha, because of all of that inter-island warfare, and again, the Hawaiians, they do such a great job of tracking their heritage. Like, these people can tell you. He can tell you, King Kamehameha is my grandfather through this person, this person, this person, and list them. They know it so well.
Wow. Yeah, yeah. That's amazing.
Right? Like, our white asses would love that. And because of how personal that is, that connection, even Brook, Kapukuniahi, he says, he's like, there's some of these battles where my family, my direct ancestors were on both sides.
What?
Parts of the family that like hold that against each other, you know, like it gets.
Okay.
And so because of that, not every Hawaiian is going to love Kamehameha necessarily.
Right.
For very personal reasons, and we love that here at Spill the Mead. We love ancestral grudge. We love it.
Love an inner ancestral rivalry.
Oh God, hold on to that. Like, I that's probably not great advice. Don't tell your therapist I'm saying that, but you take that ancestral grudge and you hold on to that until the day you die, and you pass it on to your children. We love it. We love it here.
Yeah, generational.
But nevertheless, he is a great king, and I am going to tell his story from that perspective of Kamehameha the Great. He united the kingdom of Hawaii in one lifetime. These islands are cut off from the outside world. They're 2,000 miles away from the continent, and he's going to take all of those warring islands and put them together to make a united front. He's going to bring trade and diplomatic contacts all the way from China to St. Petersburg to the island of Hawaii. And I'm going to tell you how.
I have serious goosebumps. Anyone knows in history that uniting a land is so hard. Uniting islands.
In one lifetime, you know.
To do it in one lifetime, right. That is, this is awesome. I can't wait.
You had to be the listener on this one because of the warfare, because I know that you're going to appreciate the man that he is.
Okay.
He's going to be the first of, I want to do at least 3 major figures in Hawaiian history. King Kekaliki and Liliuokalani as well. They are, whew. Now, this episode is called The Chosen One because of a few different instances, and one started before he was even born. There was a Hawaiian legend that prophesied that a light in the sky with feathers like a bird would signal the birth of a great chief. Now, I know it's already like,
he's not even born yet. Oh God,
not even born yet. Everyone's already on guard for that. One thing about the Hawaiians is that connection, that spiritual connection, right? Their spiritual leaders are so respected and just connected to that Aina, male, female, priest, priestess.
You said that earlier real quick. I wanted to, what exactly, the land, Aina?
Yeah,
translates to just like,
I don't even know that there is a direct translation for Aina.
Love that.
Maybe there is.
Love that more.
Well, again, if there is, please, like, Hawaiians, let me know. But from my understanding, it is the land, but it's deeper than that, right? Okay, it's like the living part of the land. Right. Like, these islands are more than just a rock in the ocean. Like, they're alive. Like, those spirits, the gods and goddesses that live through the elements type thing. Like, the Aina is the land, but more.
I understand.
You know?
I understand.
Okay.
But I don't.
He understands.
I understand. I feel it.
The only comparison isn't the right word, but the only comparable thing that I can think of is my dad's family is from Finland, and there's a word in Finnish, sisu, and you'll see that all over a lot of Finnish stuff. And it's one of those things where there's no English translation to it. It's just the essence, the spirit of the Finnish people, you know, like, it's just this.
Love that. Yeah. Love that.
You can't explain it kind of thing. Yeah. And so
Aina.
Yeah. More than just a physical space, represents a deep connection and respect for the land, encompassing the idea of, quote, that which feeds us.
Okay.
It signifies a reciprocal relationship between the people and the land. Yep. That's just at a glance, quick Google for you. So, yeah, good question, because that one is hard to explain. And all of this is really in the name of the Aina.
The Aina.
So that was the prophecy, a light in the sky, feathers like a bird. Now, the year of Kamehameha's birth is disputed.
Okay.
It's one of those things in history, I know. But a lot of researchers believe that he was born in 1758 when Halley's Comet passed over Hawaii. Now, this would make sense for a few reasons, right? Yep. The prophecy, first of all, but this would also make him around 60 to 61 when he died.
Okay.
And so after the life that he lives is going to be a very battle-hardened life, a very, political life, a lot on him type of thing. And so that does sort of work out for a lot of people. I like it because this is still to me like the most dramatic version of events.
First of all, if there's another option, and it's just not it, because the prophecy is definitely lined up here.
Yep, Halley's Comet. So he was born at Kokoiki in North Koholo on the Big Island of Hawaii. So he's born on the Big Island.
Big Island, okay. I've heard the Big Island so many times.
Yep, that is the one that today is called Hawaii.
Okay.
Hawaii to Hawaiians. That W is a V.
Okay.
Now, who his father is disputed, but it's between two men. But he is descended from the chiefs of Maui and Hawaii, the Big Island. And because of that, there is drama.
Fuck yeah.
So part of that drama, though, is his mom was on Maui visiting her relatives at the time and came back pregnant. And so that's where it is. It could have been her husband, or it could have been one of the rulers of Maui. And because of that, alarm bells were going off because there was yet another prophecy that said that there would be a usurper and slayer of chiefs born.
Okay.
So Halley's Comet thing combined with this, and everyone's like, oh. So we have prophecies going on here before birth that there's going to be this great chief. And so because of that, the ruler, the Ali'i is what the rulers are called. The Ali'i on Hawaii is like that baby can't be, that baby needs to be destroyed upon birth.
Oh no.
So yeah, we're often rolling the drama. So the night that Kamehameha was born, because he was chosen, the elements are going to show up for him. And they did. It was storming. And a Hawaiian tropical storm is no fucking joke. You're from New Orleans. You know what a torrential downpour looks like. The flash floods is something that our childhood probably has in common. Like the flash flood warnings of it all. Because it's so beautiful. And then it rains. And it's not rain. It's this pelting, like sideways. Like it's a lot. It was doing that the night that he was born. And warriors were sent to destroy this baby directly after birth. And they were waiting out in the storm outside of the house where his mother was in labor. Now she knows what's going on, and her family knows what's going on. And so she has Kamehameha's uncle, Naole, waiting at the back of the house.
Okay, good.
So the second this baby is born, God bless this woman, she has to let him go and gives him to Naole, and he takes this newborn and runs out into the storm of the night.
Oh,
now, this is taking a while. The warriors are waiting outside, and finally they're like, it's taking too long. We're going in. They break in and see nothing, and they go out to track Naole down. The storm makes that
impossible. Yeah. Oh.
Can't find him.
Beautiful.
He makes it all the way to the Waipio Valley, and that is where Kamehameha is raised in complete seclusion.
Okay.
So he's raised in seclusion, and the name Kamehameha means the lonely one.
Ooh. Oh.
That's where that comes from. So he's raised into childhood. And around 5 to 6 years old, he goes back. The chief promises his safety for whatever reason.
Okay,
So
but
he
being
returns.
raised in seclusion is like, that's such hero arc right there. If you have to be evacuated immediately after birth and raised in seclusion, you are raised for greatness.
From the absolute beginning of your life, that bonding with the Aina, right?
Oh,
like
right
being
there.
that connected with it.
The rain saving him already.
So the chief promises his safety, and the ruling chief, Kalaniapu'u, adopts him. So not only is he promising his safety, he's like, okay, chosen one, so be it. I'm adopting you.
You're my chosen one now. Like, yeah.
Right, let's get on it.
Okay.
So he assigns a great warrior teacher to train him. So he, 5 to 6 years old, begins.
Can't beat him, join him.
Right. So let's teach him how to fight. He's not only teaching him how to fight. I wonder what was going on in Kalaniapu'u's mind, because not only that, but this teacher he assigns him, Keku Haupio, is training him how to fight, but he's teaching him agriculture, aquaculture, astrology. He's teaching him all kinds of things, right?
So you're thinking, like, if he's the chosen one, I want him to remember me as the one that helped him, as the chosen one, not the one that, tried to kill him.
Gosh, again, I wonder if he did talk to a priest or priestess. I wonder if he did have a vision or something. Because this is a big decision here. He's going to make a few more, and we'll talk about that in a bit. So many prophecies, right, leading up to him being great. Another prophecy isn't the word. This is more of a fucking demonstration. But we have to talk about the Naha stone.
Okay.
Now, the Naha stone is a huge flat stone used by the Naha clan to prove the legitimacy of their bloodline.
Okay.
So when a baby was born, they would place that baby on this flat Naha stone. And if the baby was silent, if it sat on this stone and was calm, they're like, this baby is Naha. But if it did not, if the baby cried or called out, then it was not, and it was cast out.
Oh my gosh.
So the Naha stone was a big deal. Now, Kamehameha was not of the Naha clan, but there was a legend that said if someone were able to overturn this stone, they would be given the power to rule over all of the islands of Hawaii.
What's going on? I can't even handle it anymore. Like, the prophecies are just erupting. This guy is him.
The prophecies being prophecy.
My God.
I know. It's him.
He's him. It's fucking... To overturn the stone, flip it?
Yes, the stone is 5,000 pounds.
Fuck!
Check our social media. It still exists. It sits in front of the Hilo Public Library. I'll post photos. But we know where this is going, right?
I'm
Kamehameha comes
and freaking out I don't know, but I know.
He overturns the stone, and everyone, again, is like, oh, fuck, the chosen one. This is the guy. And this is going to be one of two ways, right? You're either going to be like, oh, fuck, you're the chosen one, I'm on your side. Or you're going to be like, no, we don't know that he's chosen one. No, fuck that kind of thing.
Right.
Kamehameha, I will say, Kamehameha believes he's a chosen one. He knows for a damn fact he's a chosen one.
Yeah. And
that's the kind of champion-ass spirit that he's going to need to unite all these islands.
You got to know that if you're going to do what he's going to embark on that mission. My God.
It's a huge mission because wars between, specifically through his younger growing up years, coming of age years, wars between the Big Island and Maui continued.
Okay.
And these wars, these battles, is where he earned his stripes, really.
Okay, there's a couple battles in here before he gets up to the...
Oh, people are going to start respecting Kamehameha for a reason, respecting him, fearing him, whatever it is. And it's through these battles. Now, Taylor Jones, let's look at what Hawaiian warfare looked like back in the day. So the Hawaiian elite warriors were commonly known as the Koa warriors. And this is what Kamehameha was trained to be, a Koa warrior. Now, he himself is a frightening man. He is nearly 7 feet tall, weighed almost 300 pounds. He's a force. Yeah.
The NFL defensive end.
Yes, literally. Like, he is, God, Kamehameha the Great. He overturned that Naha stone.
Yeah, it makes more sense.
Now, the Koa warriors used things like knives that were lined with shark's teeth. They used daggers and clubs that were made out of really hard woods. But they didn't need any of that. The Koa warriors were deadly without any weapons. They could kill with their bare hands. They had no shields, no armor. They went in.
They were okay.
They are no joke. Now, Kamehameha stood out at all of this. He was so good at this. There was an observer that said that they once saw 6 spears being thrown at him at pretty much the same time during training. We're going to train. We're going to throw spears at you. You know how it goes.
Yeah. Definitely. We know how it goes. Actually, we do.
6 spears. 6 Hawaiian spears flying through the air. He caught 3 of them in one of his hands. 2 he parried away with his free hand. And the last one, he just kind of nimbly dodged out of the way, right? This was kind of projectiles weren't something that Kamehameha seemed to fear or worry about. That is something that is pretty consistent in all of his battling. Now, in battle, I love this because this is so... It gives me chills. I'm excited to tell you this. So, Hawaiian warfare, when battle starts, your priests are there to remind all of the troops that the god of war is on your side. The gods are in your favor. You're doing this for the Ainu. You're doing this for the right reasons. They're talking to me. They're here with us right now. Like, feel them kind of thing.
Fuck yeah.
From there, after the hype, from the spiritual leaders, the first thing that would happen is champions from both sides would come forward and just fucking taunt each other, just like yell at each other back and forth. This is very Haka-esque, I feel, right? Again, Haka is Maori, New Zealand culture, but it is that type of, it's a similar thing. It's a similar thing. Different cultures, but a similar thing. Fucking look up a Haka, man. Like, you want to like punch a hole through a wall? Look up the New Zealand team doing a fucking Haka anywhere. Like, you will die. Put a pin in New Zealand, by the way, because we're going to come back to the Maori brothers and sisters later.
Yes.
You know, put a little pin in that for the very end of the episode.
That's pinned.
Mm-hmm. But champions coming forward, taunting each other back and forth after they got that spiritual hype, right? Everyone's back there, getting like fired. This is like, you're going in with no armor, like, you've got to do something. You're going to get hurt. You might die. Who knows? You've got to get revved up for that.
All of it.
Now, Kamehameha would have fought in what was called a lima. This was a unit of 5. And these fought alongside 7 other limas, ultimately forming a company of 40.
Okay.
Unit of 5, because if something should happen and you need to regroup, 5's a very workable number. You can regroup, regather.
Yeah.
So the front lines consist of men holding these pikes that are up to 20 feet long. Like, come at me.
Yeah.
Right? We see what they're doing there. Right behind them are men with spears and clubs.
Right.
Like, again, let's go.
Yeah. You got the pikes in front. You gotta have that long front line, and then the people wiggle their way in between the pikes as they get up, and then the people with the clubs behind them come out and just like start slaughtering everybody in there.
A club is so fucking brutal.
Oh, it's
like,
so brutal. Fuck.
That's insane. That's insane to wield and carry out. And like, in a battle setting, you're just going, like, and you're running into it being like, I might get clubbed today. Like, that's insane. Like, warrior mentality.
I get clubbed to death. Might get clubbed to death. I like to think I got it. I like to think I got it.
You got it. We've all seen it.
Thank you.
Yeah, I don't got it.
I got good coach. You got it.
So again, imagine what the training for this looks like, right? You've got like your clubs, spears. You have those daggers with the shark's teeth on them.
Yeah,
you know, like
it's
and
fucking cool. First of all, I love that. The utilization of the resources around.
So this style of fighting is really brutal.
It's so
Kamehameha is like fucking good at it. Like he becomes known as a warrior through all of this training, all of these battles, all of it. He just stands out. He's good at it. He does not retreat. That's one thing with him. He doesn't retreat. He keeps fighting to the point that the other side is kind of impressed with him, you know, like this guy.
You have to be.
Doesn't stop. Yeah.
There's respect on no matter what, even if you're fighting to the death in that war, there's that respect level, and these guys are like, to be in, oh my god, and that hand-to-hand combat is the most brutal, and you're using clubs. God. It's not like they're not killing with one shot. You know, it's just like and
you're both going at each other, you know? It's a ton. Like, how are you blocking against a club shot?
Yeah, you have to get your bones, like, hardened by training over time, by just blocking club shots all the time. Like, that's crazy.
Intense. It really
I'm not built for that, no.
It's like, again, real life battle is not like the movies, you know, just being in your corner in like cage fights and stuff and hearing how hard you can hear how hard they're breathing, how hard everyone hear like the hits affect people and stuff.
And just that like it's not just like one and done for anybody. You know, there's a struggle. There's a struggle going on no matter what. It's a rough struggle. Oof.
For so long in these battles, you know, like no one's timing you out. Like it just goes on until someone wins. The King on Netflix does it really well. They show like a realistic battle scene, and it's not super glorified. Like you hear them laboring and see like the push of everybody and how intense, which this is a bit different than that. You know, this is no
armor though. No armor, blunted club, like
who's the better warrior?
Yeah.
Like, leave it out there.
Shit.
So because he doesn't retreat, and that kind of becomes his thing, he earns a nickname. And that nickname is Paea, and it means hard shell crab.
Let's go.
And, because these spears in battle would just bounce off of him. You couldn't touch him.
Man's catching them, dodging them, bouncing off of them. Come on. Like, 7 feet, he can't hit him?
I will say asterisk there. There are other theories out there how he got the nickname Paea, but a popular one out there is these battle ties, 6 spears.
6 spears,
coming out. Caught 3 in one hand. What?
One hand. I can't even. I'm not catching one of them in both hands. Like I'm not.
No. So he becomes this known warrior throughout his own ranks and everyone else's
Fearless.
At this point.
Oh yeah,
he's just a badass. He kind of has this quiet, sort of brooding manner. You know, he's that type. He's an earth sign.
Okay. He's
I actually don't. Right. I don't know the month that Halley's Comet passed over in that year. Right. I'll have to look that up. I wonder what Kamehameha is. Yeah. But he presents as an earth sign.
Yeah.
He's giving earth sign. He has this unwavering faith in the gods and himself. He believes in himself. He is the chosen one, you know, and that's huge. That's a big thing. Mental game is a big game.
Yes, it is, coach. That is mental strength and conditioning is just as important as physical, and it is, if not more, it carries the physical. Oh my god, yes.
Mm-hmm. You put in that physical work, and then when battle time comes, it's that mental strength that pushes you through, and he's got it.
Yes. Oh yeah, I'm fucking getting fired up. I'm ready to go battle
with a club.
Fucking okay. Well, hold on. I'm not. Wait.
So while he is becoming this warrior, you know, becoming like getting that shaping that is going to become the force that is Kamehameha. Things are happening in Hawaii right now. A lot of things are happening right now. Islands that were so secluded in the past are being discovered. And so Captain James Cook, he was the first European to make formal contact with the Hawaiian Islands.
It sounded European, yeah.
Yeah. James Cook, it doesn't get much more than that. Fucking howly. So he sails up. Kalaniapu'u and Kamehameha sail out to his ship on a double-hulled canoe, and they were both invited aboard the HMS Discovery.
The HMS Discovery.
Yep, he invites them on board, and Kamehameha spends the night on this ship, and he is in it. Again, he's giving Virgo specifically. He's a Ravenclaw. He is studying all of this. He's like, what is all of this? Yeah. All of this, these Western things he had never seen before, you know? And he's looking at all of this stuff on this ship. And he is asking about their weapons. What is this gunpowder? Like, what is this that you have? Like, my God, he's into it. So he's like doing these little trades and barters for weapons and gunpowder specifically. Okay. And onlookers on the ship that day said that he was young with this fierce face and just very curious. He was touching everything, like very observant, taking it all in kind of thing. He was just like, oh my God, this is what other places are doing. I've never seen anything like this.
Eyes opened.
And Cook himself commented in his journal about how good-natured and friendly the Hawaiian people were. Oh. Now, Brook in his lecture says that Captain Cook happened to come during a time of a festival going on. And so they were extra giving. They gave him these gifts, you know, like they were really in extra great spirits kind of thing.
Yeah, that's good. Good time to accidentally show up.
Yeah, he had a great time there, which is, I'm glad that he had a good time there because he later, spoiler alert, Captain Cook would be killed by the Hawaiians because they did give him all of those gifts, right? When he went to sail away, something happened. I don't remember if it was weather or a ship problem. He had to go back, and he wasn't necessarily greeted as warmly the second time, right? They were kind of like, oh, fuck, you're back. And like, you kind of took a lot of our stuff, and that was fine, but sort of thing.
We don't have any more. Like, we can't
yeah, like,
pay the toll, dude.
We thought you were going. You can't just like come back and be like, oh, sorry, we had problems more sort of thing. So for whatever reason, one of the Hawaiians stole one of his rowboats. And Captain Cook saw this and he got fucking pissed off about it. And so he, in retaliation, tried to kidnap King Kalaniapu'u.
Okay, what?
This is escalating really
the fuck up, man.
No, it doesn't. What? Like, how did we get here? You know?
You stole my rowboat. I'm gonna kidnap the king. Why?
And what does stole a rowboat mean? Like, it's right there. It's on the island. They literally took this rowboat. You know, I feel like after everything they gave you sort of thing, you know, you could have talked to them about the rowboat situation to explore further, not just kidnap the king. But that's what they did.
You came the first time. This is like, you know, when you outstay your welcome. You just...
Yes, that is the exact phrase that Brook used in he's like, maybe some people felt like they outstayed their welcome, you know, again, speculating on how people felt at the time, but
I'm feeling the same way though. If you're going to come out here, you're going to watch a guy steal the rowboat and then not stop him from stealing it, but just like be like, I'm going to cause a problem.
Yeah, like it's one of those things. I feel like maybe we could have talked about it. They didn't. They kidnapped the king, and he's like a whole ass king. And so he has like bodyguards. And so when they see this start to happen, they end him. That's the end of Captain Cook. Again, I'm not exactly sure what happened in that story. I'll tell you later if you want, let me know. But a lot of resources said that however he ended that day, if he would have known how to swim, he would have made it. So whatever that means to you, which is interesting. You're a captain of a ship but don't know how to swim. That's something that comes up later too, when ships start to get taken over. And a lot of people not knowing how to swim is kind of a European issue they be having in the Navy. Maybe that should be some boot camp stuff, you know? Let me see you do a 50-meter, son. Like, let's go.
Come on.
So the same pen that you put the Maori people in, put that same pen in Captain Cook. We'll come back to him later. So this brings us up to 1781, where the great chief, Kalaniʻapuʻu of Hawaii, is dying. This is the chief of the Big Island, their Ali'i.
All right.
This is the one that adopted Kamehameha. And he does make his son the new Ali'i. So he makes his son the chief of 3 districts of the Big Island of Hawaii. Now, the last district he gives to his favorite nephew, Kamehameha. He also gives him this, just extremely powerful position, the guardianship of the war god, because he is the best warrior.
Fucking chills. Oh my God. God.
Now,
the fucking guardian of the war god.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Let's fucking go. Kamehameha. Now, here's the thing with the son that was given those 3 districts. That's Kamehameha's cousin.
This guy is definitely not happy. Like, there's no way.
He's definitely not, because they're also just these bitter rivals from the get-go. Already rivals. Not everyone is on board with him being the chosen one, you know?
Yeah, especially not the king's son, who's like, I clearly am going to have to fight this man for the throne when my dad dies, because here we are.
Thank you. This is a time in Hawaiian history, too, where multiple wives are a thing. And so, I mean, we're talking like multiple children.
So he's got a bunch of them. Yeah. Yeah.
And it's one of those things where, like, power sharing seldomly goes great. When you're friends, let alone bitter rivals.
Bitter rivals.
All of these prophecies backing him, the Naha stone, like all of that. It was also said, it was known that he was a person of great mana. And that is just, it's one of those things, again, where you can't directly translate it.
Don't directly translate, yeah.
Spiritual life force.
Yeah.
Like, mana was extremely powerful in Hawaiian culture. A person with great mana was someone who was not only proficient in physical abilities, but also just spiritual, right?
Yeah.
This person had a lot of power and charisma, a warrior and a natural leader, also wise and intellectual, right? This is everything you want leading you, and Kamehameha had that.
Got it all.
You could also gain mana from defeating and sacrificing your enemies and like collecting theirs. It's that kind of thing,
yeah,
right?
And collect that spiritual juju.
Hey, New Orleans. That's right. And so Kamehameha had that. He had all the prophecies. And the king just like really did not give a fuck, because he gave these districts to 2 men of unequal rank, really. But the biggest issue was he had a youngest son who was bypassed altogether. Like, just skipped in this whole thing. And that fucking pissed him off. You already made him the war god. Why did you need to give him this land? I will say as well, picture the Big Island of Hawaii. Let me tell you where this land is. Picture the Big Island of Hawaii. And if you were to just take a cork and put it right through the top of Hawaii, that's it. It goes right down the center top portion. It's just right there. And this was something, this is one of those things where the ancestors of this youngest son will hold on to that. Like, the family members of this youngest son will hold on to that and be like, no, fuck you. Like, who are you? We got skipped altogether in that whole thing that was rightfully our, like, that's one of those things. And again, I fucking get it.
I get it. This guy was like, I'm gonna just like real cause a bunch of shit before I go.
He's like, not my fucking problem.
Do you want to see me start a civil war? Watch this.
Let's go. Everyone's warring anyways, you know? Like, it was a pretty normal thing at this point. He's like, whatever, Kamehameha can hold his own. We'll just see how it plays out. Again, not my problem.
Whoever's the strongest can come out of it. He started the villain arc with leaving this one guy out, though. Like, this guy is literally going to hate the world, too.
Yes.
He's not going to grow up to be okay.
No, he doesn't even have to grow up. He is immediately pissed off and he's immediately ready to react. And he's like, what I'm going to fucking do is I'm going to go kill a bunch of Kamehameha's men because fuck this, right?
I feel like that was something I expected to be in retaliation to this. He's not going to go after the brother with 3 districts. That's his,
that's your older brother. That was like kind of expected or whatever,
this guy.
To make him the keeper of the god of war. And then this is what, like, fuck off, like what happened to him being banished at birth,
Yeah, Dad, you remember when you tried to kill him? We're not on that no more.
So he retaliates. And Kamehameha retaliates as well. And he does it in a big Kamehameha way. He makes a statement and he conducts this secret ritual that only kings are allowed to perform. He's not a king. He was left 1 district, but he believes that he is the chosen one. He's the one. He's going to unite these islands. I'm the fucking king. I'm going to do this ritual. And guess what? Nothing's going to stop me because it's all on my side. Let's go. People see this, other elite see this, and they start flocking to Kamehameha too. They're like, we see the prophecy, we see you doing this, let's go kind of thing. It's starting. It's a pick a side situation. Long story short, the oldest son ends up dead on the battlefield with his throat slit by a shark-toothed dagger, which fuck it up, man, like a shark-toothed dagger.
Oh, and Kamehameha's, wasn't it? It's got my fucking goosebumps.
I hope so. I don't know whose it was, but Kamehameha now has all of this control, and he goes ahead and declares himself the king of the island. And to secure that, he marries his dead rival's daughter to just make it extra official. And he is going to go ahead and live like King Kamehameha. Let's just go ahead and wrap this up, unify the rest of everything, and get on with it. I'm the chosen one.
It's it. Yeah. Get on board or die.
Yeah. Okay. Essentially.
Yeah. Okay.
Shark tooth daggers, man. I had a shark tooth necklace because
Me too.
Why not?
Me too.
Yeah, there's intense. That's intense. A whole shark tooth dagger like going through. Like I can't. I wonder how they made them. I'll have to look into that. I will also say in one of these battles, again, Brook Kapukuniahi, he's an artist and he did a painting. There's a painting where in one of these battles, when one of these major either generals or chiefs gets taken out, there's a slinger that does it.
Yeah.
Hawaiians, go listen to the slinging episode. Taylor and I again. Hey,
David
and
Goliath.
We talk all about it. And there were Hawaiian slingers. The person who made my sling, Hilltop Hurler, shout out. I have a Balearic sling, but he also weaves Hawaiian ones as well. And they had them back then. And he did like a kill shot on this guy.
Okay, so, let's go.
Shout out
Sniper
to
slingers.
Ancient weapons. There's a dead king here. The family members here are pissed. His warriors are pissed. Everyone's pissed. And they are starting these huge conflicts with Kamehameha for revenge. And Kamehameha loses battle after battle, just gets it handed to him, lives, but loses.
Yeah.
And at this point, a lot of people would have been like, oh, that prophecy.
Am I him?
Is that real? Am I kind of thing?
Yeah.
Not Kamehameha. He did not for a moment doubt those prophecies. To him, he was like, okay, well, I'm the chosen one. These battles don't really mean anything. These little battles aren't going to unite Hawaii. It's just revenge stuff.
Right.
So this is my chance to work through this like a math problem. Let me sit back, assess that battle, what happened. I'm going to come back, retrain, refine my armies, and I come back a little better every time.
Fuck. I love him. Like, oh my God.
That's camp.
I want to go train with him right now. Like,
right?
Yes.
Yeah, we bring that.
Oh my God. Yeah.
Because again, these were smaller battles. They matter. Every battle matters. But to unite the islands, he has to defeat the kings of Maui, Oahu, and Kauai. So he's got to figure this out right now.
Yeah, you gotta get your own island under control before you can go to the other ones.
Exactly. And you don't want to be taking a military that's not ready into these battles, you know? And he's not doing this for power necessarily. He is smart. He's an intellectual. He was raised that way. He was trained that way. And he saw that his people needed help. When Captain Cook came, he brought those Western diseases with him. Those were running rampage through the Hawaiian people. Okay. He saw that wasn't going to stop. Yeah. More foreigners were going to come. It wasn't going to stop. And he was welcoming that. He saw all their stuff and he was like, okay, like, let's trade. Let's do this kind of thing. But he also knew that they brought danger with them. Let them come, but we need to be ready. The only hope that we have is uniting all of us. Like, we all have to be on the same page here to make this work. It's happening no matter what.
They're coming. We gotta be united when they do.
Mm-hmm. So they come in all right. Yeah. They come in before they united, because here comes the American trading ship, the Eleanora. And the Eleanora lands on the island, the big island of Hawaii. Now, things break out here. Hawaiians had killed a night watchman and stolen a ship. And the next morning, after this happened, again, I'm not sure what happened there, but that happened. And the next morning, expecting some sort of retaliation, they didn't get that. Instead, they got invited to trade. They're like, listen, we're here to trade. Whatever, let's go. We'll hear you out. You know,
like, we were gonna kill that guy anyway.
Yeah, fuck that guy. Like, he was a lost cause. Thank you for doing it. Come out and trade with us. Who knows, right? But they were like, oh wow, okay, let's go do this. And so hundreds of men, women, and children, the Hawaiians, get on their canoes and they have their stuff with them, and they're going to sail out to these ships and trade with them, which, again, respectful. They're not coming on their land. Aina's untouched. We're going to do this all by water. Let's go. We're comfortable with our canoes.
Good for them. Okay.
Mm-hmm. Now, on their way out, the Eleanora, in fact, was not there to trade. They were pissed about what happened the night before. And they had their cannons loaded with just fucking nail shot, essentially. They had nails, broken glass, like all of this stuff. And they blasted it at these women, children, like coming out there. And it just ripped them apart, literally unarmed, ripped them into shreds. And the Eleanora dipped out. That was it. Like, that image is hard. It's a hard thing. And that happened. But one person was captured from that ship, and his name was Jong Young. He's going to go ahead and sit there on the island of Hawaii for now. And the Hawaiian people who survived this are fucking pissed. Like, this is not okay. This is like, how do you even like collect remains here? Like, this is not okay. No. So at really, really inconvenient timing for them, a sister ship of the Eleanora comes sailing up. The Fair American, weeks later, comes sailing up to shore. Weeks, no one forgot. So the locals see this happen and they're like, okay, let's fucking go. It's on. Yeah. They board their vessel. They kill several crewmen, but they spare one Isaac Davis. He fought really well. And they keep him. Yeah, they keep him. They're like, okay, well, we'll take you. You got spirit. We'll hear it. Now, Kamehameha hears about the boarding of the Fair American and the killing of the crew and all of that. Like, they've got this ship now and everything. And Kamehameha hears about it. And he's not happy. He's like, okay, Eleanora wasn't cool and everything, but we can't be doing this to trade ships. We do need to keep rapport with people, and we can't be going rogue.
Yeah, like okay. That, so that was another trade ship coming in that they...
That was the sister ship, yeah.
Did the sister ship know about the Eleanora's, like, previous We don't know.
Who knows? I don't
who
know.
knows? How would you know?
Weeks apart. Yeah. It's very plausible that the fair American had no clue and just came
Maybe the
sailing
Eleanor
up.
was like, yeah. Go ahead, fair American. They're real nice over there. They traded everything with us. They'll love you.
Yeah. Didn't you guys hear about Captain Cook? I don't know why people keep fucking with him. They do, though. So he is upset about this, and he ends up, for lack of a better term, he grounds all of them. He's like, fucking no one is leaving. No one interact with ships. Everyone's fucking done. Like, that's not okay. And also, that Isaac Davis person that you captured is now under royal protection, and bring him to me. I want to talk to him. Now, I'm not sure if Young was spared for the same reasons, but they kept him as well. And an interesting thing about Davis and Young were they were from towns about 120 miles away from each other. They sailed on different ships. Some sources say that they did not know each other until they were captured. Other sources say that they did and like were catching up in there before they both got summoned before Kamehameha. It's like those two people, bring them right here. Now, these two guys, right, get brought before 7-foot Kamehameha in his court. And
the king,
he gives them a choice. I can kill you, send you to heaven with your brothers or whatever it is that you believe in. We can end it right here. Or you can become members of my court. I'll give you wives, land, wealth, all of that. I'll raise you to a Leigh status, and I will effectively adopt you as my family members if you help me with Western warfare. That ship out there, teach me how to sail it. Tell me everything you know. What did you learn? Tell me. What do your armies do? Tell me all of that. Feed me that information, and we've got a deal or die. And they're like, oh, yeah, okay, fuck, we'll tell you whatever. We don't even know how to swim, dude. Like, we'll tell you anything.
They're like, we're traders. We don't have any kind of allegiance or
a Leigh. Like, a Leigh status is like sacred. You can't touch an Leigh. It is like punishable by death. Oh my God. You know? Yeah. Like, again, you can see where this might not make a ton of people happy.
People gonna be big mad. People gonna be big mad about this.
As they kind of should. I see it, right? But I get where it's
giving Genghis Khan, Kublai Khan kind of energy with just the acceptance of other cultures and their like defeating an army and taking in their like people that are left and immersing culture and learning it and learning people that you defeat in battle.
That same like spirit runs in them all for sure. Because Kamehameha is big and into that.
And he's doing it to learn. Like he's doing it to learn about the enemy, the potential threat. These guys are like, I know how to trade pelts.
Well, okay.
No,
So we're talking.
I
know. That's my bad. I led into it badly. We're talking shit on them. But these guys, Davis and Young, do become key players in trade. They facilitate a lot of it, you know, language, that kind of thing. They do become military advisors to him. They're drilling his army and that type of thing. And they do help him out a ton because, again, Kamehameha, he has a big gift of foresight. Like he sees into the future and sees what needs to be done to be successful. And so he tells them, I want to learn how to sail the Fair American. I need to attach guns and cannons to my war canoes. We need to take it up a notch. If this is the level the rest of the world is bringing, we need to keep what we have here, and we need to learn how to do this. We have to.
Gotta be able to fight back, you know, push that power back. Yeah. Oh my gosh.
And he gets really attached to these two. Like these two men really do become almost like family to him. There is a story. God, it just like touches my heart. There's a story because they are so close to him, but they try to leave. They try to escape once. I don't know what that looks like. I don't know if another ship came up or I don't know what they did, but they tried to escape. And Kamehameha's best friend, his bestie, his right-hand guy, Kayana, finds them and brings them right the fuck back to Kamehameha. And he's like, hey, look, You trusted them. That was so great of you to do. They fucking betrayed you, and I don't expect you to do it, but I'll fucking end them right here for you right now. Yeah, that's like, fuck that. After everything you've given them, elite status, like,
let me kill
get
him.
Fucked.
I'll fucking drown him in a river right now.
Literally, like, Kayana's that one who's like a little fucking ready to go, and like he's a great warrior too. Kayana's like a force.
Why? This is what they've been using their swimming lessons for. They tried to swim away. Is this why you guys wanted to do swim lessons? I thought you wanted to learn how to swim so we could all swim together.
I'm like, no, bro, I'm gonna butterfly the 2,000 miles back to the continent. Fuck y'all.
Fucking break my heart. Oh my God.
So Kayana is like, I'll do it right here. You don't have to worry about it. And Kamehameha calls him off. You know, everyone's, you know, every great general has that right-hand man that's a little ready to go,
you gotta
right?
have him.
Kayana's a good friend.
Kayana's on site, and that's what you need as a king.
He's a good friend. He's looking out for him, you know? And Kamehameha's like, no, don't do that. Like, why did they leave? You know, like, he was like affected by this. And so
hurts my heart too.
Yeah, he calls them in front of him and he's like, you guys, why? Like, why did you go? Like, I thought that we had a good thing here. Like, he's hurt. Aww. And they tell him, they're like, okay, we'll be honest with you. The reason we left is because you drink too much. And when you drink, you are scary. You beat others, you beat your wives, you've beat us. Like, you're not you. Like, and it scares us to the point where we don't want to be around you anymore.
Wow.
And yeah, like fucking right there, like to the heart.
Okay. That's some balls to just straight up tell the king too. You know, I guess you're like, he's gonna kill me though.
He's gonna kill me anyways. Kayana's sitting there like sharp-toothed dagger, like to their throat, kind of thing.
You're like, yeah, you beat us when you drink. Fuck.
Yeah, everybody, you're scary. You're 7 feet, almost 300 pounds. Like, you're a scary guy, dude. When you lose control like that.
Yeah.
And even the calm, brooding Kamehameha gets that point, right? And he hears this and it affects him. This touches him so much. He apologizes to them, and it's reported that he does not drink anymore. He stops. On like certain occasions, he would do like a thimble of whatever, but he never does it again. And again, that says...
Doesn't make me cry. So like, I love that.
I know. No, that says so much about him, you know? And they stayed with him. Both of those men will die in Hawaii. They will serve him loyally forever.
I can understand because, like, you'd be scared to tell the massive king that, you know, that's the only thing. And, you know, you tell him and he's just like, okay, I'll fix it. You know, that's...
Does. Yeah, he probably like reflected on that, you know, and like, it is like Kamehameha. Really, like, I am a big fan of King Kamehameha. Yeah. Like, he just touches my soul.
Sweet. I love that. I love that. That was like enough to make him stop.
He's human. He has moments, and sometimes he has bad moments. Here's an example of a bad moment.
Give us an example of a bad moment. We got to have balance, and that's okay.
Here it is. One of those days of lost battles. He lost a lot of battles.
Yeah.
One of those days, he had a bad day, and he had to take it out on something, and he attacked a group of unarmed fishermen. They were just fishing. And he had to scratch that battle itch and just get it out. And he took it out on them. And the universe kind of stepped in there and was like, hey, what the fuck are you doing? And his foot gets stuck in a rock, like in a crevice, so he can't move. And they see this as an opportunity. And they hit him over the head so hard with a paddle that the paddle broke. Like, that's how hard they hit him. Yeah. They left him there to die. Like, if his men wouldn't have found him, you know, like, he would have died, you know, and they did. They found him.
Right.
And he recovered and all of that with a good whomp on the head. But 10 years after that, he's king, right?
Okay.
And ali'i, it's against the law, punishable by death to touch an ali'i, let alone break a paddle over their head. And so he knows exactly who these men are, and he fucking gets them found and brings them right before him, all 7 feet of him. And these men are like, cool, we're going to die so fucking hard. You know, here it comes sort of thing.
I got a feeling.
And instead of a death sentence, he looks at them and says that he's so fucking sorry that he wronged them and he should not have done that. And they were right in doing what they did. They were just defending themselves because he should not have. Yeah, they should not have been attacked like that. You didn't deserve that. Thereby, he enacted the law of the splintered paddle. And this law stated that all people, young and old, should be able to lie on the roadside and sleep in safety if they want to, without any fear of violence coming upon them. Now, because balance, this law was punishable by death. You know, so don't do it or die, but, you know, be peaceful or die. I don't know. I get it. I'm here for it.
Or die. Like
this law is considered one of the oldest human rights laws in history. And it's actually still in the Hawaiian state constitution today.
I love that. It's still called the
the law of the splintered paddle.
The splintered paddle. Yeah. Oh my God.
They didn't just break it. They splintered it.
The splintered paddle. Yeah. That shit blew up. I love that.
It was civil war. He was sick of it. And he's like, you know what? I will do this in a way where I admit my fault in this as well. And this isn't okay anymore. And it's not going to happen under me.
That's endearing as fuck. This guy is just, he's repenting. He's like in a 12-step program since his boys.
Literally.
You got to stop drinking. You got to tell everybody that you wronged, you're sorry, and lie, and all this. He's like, fuck, okay.
This isn't AA. This is KK. King Kamehameha. And he's on step 2.
This is...
Or 4? What step is it? He's on that step. He's righting his wrongs. He's making amends. And we're here for it.
There's a handful of them. And my man is doing it. And it's okay. He's taking them. That's all that matters. I love it.
But he still has some conquering to do. He has to conquer these islands. The king of Maui was conquering. He was out campaigning against Oahu right now. And in fact, he moved his court there to make sure that he could manage everything after he conquered that island. So the king of Maui is making moves right now.
He's like, I've done this in video games where you're just that forward operating base. And once you get on, especially like in Age of Empires or Age of Mythology, you want to get that civilization over there so that you can support your troops. Once you start getting that movement and everything going, you gotta be able to manage everything, from that power. Like, I get it, while still advancing on the enemy, conquering that territory. I like it.
What the king of Maui is about right now. The thing with that though is, to move your home base to Oahu, you got to leave Maui.
Right.
And that's fine. He has a son, Kalani Kapule, and he leaves him in charge of Maui while he's gone. Now, Kalani Kapule, I'm sure, is a great person. I don't know much about him, and this is Kamehameha's story. So for the sake of Kamehameha's story, we will say that Kalani Kapule is not the warrior that his father is. And who knows that? Kamehameha does. And he's like...
Kamehameha knows everything about his enemies, I bet.
Oh, fuck yeah, he does. He's like, we've learned our lessons. We've refined these battles. I'm the chosen one. And this looks a lot like a fucking universal opportunity. So it's time to go conquer Maui.
About that time.
Remember, Kamehameha is related to Kings of Maui. And so it just feels right. And it's time to go. So he gets his war canoes. 800 is a number that I found.
Ooh,
and he sails to Maui. And when he gets there, he's met with little resistance on a beach. They kill a general in single combat right there. Oof. And that happens on the beach, but the Maui guys have their forces set up elsewhere. They're going to go ahead and lure them into the Iao Valley. Oh, fuck. The Iao Valley is one of the most beautiful places I've ever seen in my whole life. I'll post pictures.
Okay.
And if you do plan a trip to Hawaii and go to Maui, I implore you to go to the Iao Valley. Okay. It is breathtaking. These mountains, these tropical mountains that form this just giant valley with these streams running through it. It is insane.
Yeah.
Insane.
Oh my God.
Now that's where the Maui guys are set up. Now Kamehameha is still down on the beaches. And when he gets there with his men, he turns to them and he says, hey, those canoes, take them apart. We're not retreating. We're not going back. There's no option. Take them all apart. And he says these famous words. Forward, my young brothers, and drink the bitter waters. There is no turning back. In Brook Kapukuniahi's videos, he says it in Hawaiian, which I'm not gonna do that. But fucking go listen to it just for that because it's really fucking powerful, man. And
oh my God.
He was known for that in battles. He doesn't retreat. He doesn't back down. Paia, hard-shelled crab, and keep going to the point where his enemies are like, fuck this guy. You gotta give it to him.
That's so Napoleon. Oh my God.
He's just such a force.
Of him. Like, burn the boats. We're not going back.
We're not going back. There's no turning back.
Nope.
And Kalani Kapule knows that about him. And he's like, fuck, he's coming and he's not turning back, to the point where he actually has an escape route planned to get him to Oahu if need be. That's how
I think it needs to be. I think it needs to be right now. Like, I think once Kamehameha has landed, it's too late. Like, you got to get out of there if you're this guy, if you're this prince.
You're
fucked.
100% right, Taylor Jones. That's what ends up happening because 3 days into this battle in Iao Valley, 3 days. Again, I don't understand battles. Are you fighting through the night? Are you all just agreeing like, hey, are we all going to like turn in for the night, not attack each other and wake up in the morning and be good to go? Like, wow.
But you'll have like your sentinels, you'll have your people set up to make sure that the other army is where they are so that you can rest. So it's like, if they start mobilizing, we are going to mobilize, but if they're not, then, or they'll like have little skirmishes, things like that going on, but not that full scale front line, probably not happening throughout the night, overnight.
God, because like 3 days.
Yeah.
Like, it's fuck. I love the insight also. Again, the mind of a warrior. I am just so sure that anyone who puts on armor and like goes out there and does what you do, you all have some sort of ancient something that is just in you and been in you that brings that out, because most people cannot fathom, 3 fucking days. So you rotate to the front, you rotate out, once that they get tired, 3 days into it, Kamehameha's like, it's been 3 days. Young and Davis show up with the cannons. This is the first time on a record that Kamehameha uses these cannons.
Oh, shit.
And this massacre in the Iao Valley was so great that the bodies started to build up and block all of those streams that flowed through the whole valley. And it became known as the Battle of the Damned Waters.
Ugh.
And they just ran red with blood, like all through these green hills, like the blue sky, the green hills, this red, like this contrast would have been insane. And the way it all like trickles down. And that was
the way
for
this
those Maui
gunpowder
guys.
would have shredded the bodies up too. Like, there's blood everywhere. Oh my.
Nasty. It's nasty stuff. But Kalani Kapule makes it out through that escape route. And Kamehameha knows that he made it to Oahu and he's bringing daddy back in full force. And that's not great because his dad is a good warrior. And Kamehameha's army is pretty depleted right now. That was 3 days. We had to bring in the cannons on Maui, you know,
Yeah.
like that's it. Come on. They brought him in with these giant sledges, you know, like just fucking let's
3
go.
days. Bring the cannons.
So Kamehameha's armies are a little depleted right now. In comes the cousin. Remember the mad skipped little brother in the line that got none of the land?
Oh,
yeah,
no.
Oh, yeah, no, he's just still out there. He killed Kamehameha's men. I'm not sure what he's been doing.
Started that whole little war that got, God.
And he was like, okay, Kamehameha's on Maui then, you say? Well, I still have a chip on my shoulder, and if he's not here, I guess it's time for me to wreak havoc on the Big Island. And he starts trying to conquer it. He's killing people. He's ruining sacred places. He's cutting down coconut trees. That in and of itself is an act of war.
Okay.
Like, he's really gone rogue with it.
Yeah.
And it gets back to Kamehameha.
Evil villain.
And it is one of those things, which again, couldn't be me, but when you're a great leader and you're faced with challenges like this, what do? You've made headway here. No one's on Maui anymore. Like the king and his son are gone. We won, took our canoes down. That's happening on the Big Island. What do? You
gotta go back.
You go back. That's exactly.
Back.
That's why you're the fucking champion. So he does. He goes back. Maui can wait. We did it once. We can do it again. The Big Island's my home. We've got to go settle that.
Everything has to be okay there before you can go elsewhere.
Exactly. And he's really fucking sick of his cousin's shit anyways. And
he's finally showed up to get rid of him now. He's like, this motherfucker, I've been waiting for him. He's been hiding this whole time.
He's going to go back to the Big Island to end this cousin once and for all. Plus, again, an act of the universe, call it. He had just built a new temple to the god of war on the Big Island. And what better way to break in that new temple than a sacrifice of your oldest enemy? Let's fucking go. Put those canoes back together. We're going back. This guy's done.
Wait, yeah. Oh my God. I forgot they broke all the canoes down.
Put them back. Here we go.
We're not retreating. We're just going back to fight more. Okay, guys. Like, it's not a retreat.
They retreated first.
Yeah. Like, this is not a retreat.
There is no one here. Okay, here you go, Maui. Right. Good luck. Right. Sorry about Iao Valley. We're going back.
We're coming back though.
They go back to the Big Island and they're battling, right? Like, this is a big deal. This is the battle for the Big Island. Okay. The battles are brutal. And they're fighting it out. And to the point where both sides kind of hit a point where they're like, we're both going to go. Like, this battle has kind of ran its course. We're both going to retreat.
No one's getting anywhere.
No one's getting anywhere. Kamehameha's forces did push them like further south a bit, but it ultimately was going nowhere. Let's just like regroup and do this on a real day. You know,
we'll come back on a better day. One of us will be better.
We've got this. So Kamehameha goes back home with his army and the other Hawaiians retreat back. And the way that they retreat back is across this lava field.
That just sounds like not the place to retreat.
Yeah, which I mean, there's a lot of lava fields in Hawaii. Right?
I get it. I get that. Yeah.
But this is one of those moments. This better be Apple, you listening? I want to see it. I want to see it because this shit right here is insane. This is some chosen one shit. Yeah. This is some prophecy stuff. Those Hawaiians that fled across the lava field just happened to be near the volcano Kilauea.
Oh.
And at that moment, the universe, God's nature, whatever you want to call it, showed up, and they're going to pick a side now because when you're dealing with Kamehameha and the chosen one, you need to choose a side. Yes. And Pele, the goddess of volcanoes and fire, blows this volcano. And this volcano Kilauea is one of the most active volcanoes today in the world. In fact, there is an ongoing eruption of this volcano right now. It started in December of 2024.
Wow. Okay.
And it paused. We're recording this on July 16th. It paused on July 9th, but they're expecting that next episode to happen really quickly. What I mean by that, because it is an active volcano, we're not talking like this thing blows its stack lava out of it necessarily. There is lava contained in this crater always, but when it flares up, these gases and emissions are elevated and all of that. And so this is going on in Hawaii right now. And so just pray for them. Keep that in mind.
Yeah.
So Pele chooses. Kilauea blows in this moment while these Hawaiians, wounded from this battle, going to regroup or trying to flee. And they're trying to escape this volcano, but it's too late. And it's so haunting because to this day, if you go to Kilauea, you can see them. You can see the footprints of these Hawaiians that tried to run across this lava to get away. Like they are there. They are clear footprints. I'll post photos if I can find them.
Wow.
Again, if you go to Hawaii, Big Island, look at this. They're right there. You can follow their footsteps. Yeah, it's really it makes me teary-eyed.
Yeah. That's insane. Yeah, the footprints are still there. That is wild.
Oh, it is.
The retreating forces of
this moment. Again, this is real. It sounds like a fucking movie, but no, this fucking happened. Again, Kamehameha's over there like, I am the chosen one.
I told y'all.
Pele, the goddess of volcanoes and fire, the creator of the islands, took 2/3 of those men that day.
Oh, wow.
And because of that, Kamehameha controls the big island of Hawaii once and for all. He would get that sacrifice to the temple. And he has control of Hawaii. He has able advisors that he trusts and see his vision, see what this is. He has the gods on his side. And now he also has modern war technology of the time on his side as well. He's ready.
We got gunpowder. We got gunpowder, baby.
Now, at this point, we remember that someone is in control of Oahu, yes?
Yeah.
This is Kahekili. Now, at this point, the big island is one. It is his. He sends messengers to Kahekili. He sends a black stone and a white stone. And he knows that Kahekili is going to make a choice. Now, this black stone means war. White stone means peace. He sees these stones presented, and Kahekili says, listen, I'm old, man. I know the prophecies. I see what's going on. I'm old and I'm going to die soon. And when I die, Oahu's just up for grabs and may the best man win. I'm not necessarily going to pick a stone. Just there's that. I don't have a lot longer left in me, fuck your stones. That is a lot of improvisation. If any descendants of him are listening right now, I have not looked into his story, so just know that was a lot of Madi. That's just how I feel. He was like, I'm not doing this right now. Just let me live out my remaining years.
You know how old I am? I'll get this shit out of my face.
Yeah.
I don't want to, like my man's he's got that senioritis last week at school. I'm checked out, dog. Someone else is going to handle this shit when retirement's on the way, though. It's kind
of like Last King too, who was like, here's this land all divided up. It's going to be a shit show. Not my problem. Bye. It's kind of one of those, it does kind of seem like I have done what I could. And now it's kind of in the gods' hands, the Aina's hands, in everything's hands now. Just let me go. Yeah. And Kamehameha does. He doesn't press on him or anything. And he does die. And so Oahu is open for the taking, but it is technically controlled by his son, right? The one that we defeated. The one that we have defeated.
Already
so that is who we're working with right now. And he's not the warrior his father was.
No.
So Kamehameha is like, all right, now's the time. Let's make a move. Other islands at this point are in alliance against him. He has a lot of people on his side. He has great advisors. He has a lot of backing, but the other islands, for all intents and purposes, he still has to conquer them. They're not down with it. No one's saying like, oh yeah, you're the king of the big island in this one too. No,
Now
you're gonna have to come and take it. Like, yeah, you have to come and take it.
These people are like, we don't even know what happened on the big island, and we don't care. Okay,
right?
You don't get to be king of this island just because you got that one.
So it's time for Oahu. So to get to Oahu, we are going to have to cross a few islands here. But he's sailing for Oahu. That was home base for the dead king. He's on his way there. And on his way, he has a little pit stop on a smaller island of Molokai. He's going to have a war council there. He's going to make sure that we're all on the same page. Let's regroup. Let's make sure that we've got a plan going into this because it's fucking time. I'm the chosen one, and I say it's time, so it's time. What is unique about this war council is someone is missing. Someone who it's a shock that he would be missing. And that is Kaiana. That's his boy.
What's up?
Right. Why? He's one of his best generals. He's very well traveled. He has traveled to China, where women reportedly gawked at him. They thought that he was like a Greek statue come to life. This man is 6'5", 275 about. He is like a warrior. He's ripped. And again, in China, they were saying like he looks like a Greek statue, like this bronze skin. Like Kaiana was a great warrior, charismatic, and even his sketches. I'll throw one out there. His sketches are nice. Kaiana's a well-liked guy. He's had Kamehameha's back, you know.
Right, as his boy. He's ready to kill people for him.
What could bring this about? He was obviously intentionally uninvited. Why?
Oh, he was intentionally uninvited.
Oh, Kamehameha did not invite him on purpose.
Oh.
Right. And that's because of rumors. There was rumors of an affair between Kaiana and Kamehameha's favorite wife, Ka'aumanu. And Kamehameha's like, absolutely not. Ka'aumanu, she's another one I would love to look into. I don't know a lot about her, but when I grew up on Maui, that was the name of our mall there. I don't think they would have changed the name. Again, I haven't been there. Awesome. Just since Queen Ka'aumanu Center. Queen Ka'aumanu Center, have a royal good time. It's like,
love
so she's
it.
A big deal.
Let's go, Jingle.
I would love to know more about her, but there's rumors of them having a thing.
Okay.
And Kamehameha is not down. I don't know if those were the only reasons. That was just one version. We're going to pick the juiciest version.
That's a juicy version. Let's spill the meat coated all day.
So Kamehameha is obviously upset. And Kaiana knows that there was a war council. He knows the rumors. He knows what's going on. Whether it was or not, he knows. And he knows that he wasn't invited. And he suspects I'm done. Like, he's going to have me killed probably by friendly fire. It's over between us, sort of thing.
Damn.
He felt strongly about that because Kaiana himself, again, he's a warrior.
Yeah.
He good warrior. He has people under him. He has 1,000 warriors under him.
Okay.
And when they leave to sail to Maui, when they leave Molokai for Maui, Kaiana is in with the group. He's sailing with his men. And at some point, he banks off with all of them. He takes all of his retinue and he breaks off and he's going to go cut around the back of Maui. And Kamehameha knows in that moment, okay, he's made his choice and he's going to go fight with the Maui guys now. Like, he's going to try to end it against me right here. This is the face-off. And he sees that happen. He does not enact any of those guns on his canoes, nothing. He lets them go. That's his choice.
We'll kill you in the field of battle. We're not going to shoot you running away.
Yeah, you want to fight with Maui? Fight with Maui. And I guess that's the choice she made. I'll see you there, brother.
Dog. Yeah. I don't like this guy.
So speaking of Spill the Mead and the juiciest version of the story, again, different versions going on here. This is the juiciest. This comes from Brook. This comes from his lecture. Kaiana, foreshadowing here, Maui, he will fall in battle. How is widely disputed, but there is a story that on Molokai, when he is left out of this war council, he talks to his wife on Molokai. and he loves her. The rumors, whatever happened, I don't know, but he loves his wife and they have a connection. And he tells her, listen, this is what's up. I wasn't invited. It's over. He's going to have me killed or I can fight. It's up to that. Right. I'm going to have to go fight with Maui. That's what I have to do. And he tells his wife this, and his wife is such a badass. This woman, Kaiana, a great warrior, trained her up. He taught her how to shoot a musket.
Oh, fuck yeah.
And he taught her well, and she had it in her. She had a knack for it. She was fucking good with the musket. She was like expert level good with this musket, and she started training other women around with muskets.
Wow. Okay.
And they formed this special squad in Kamehameha's armies of just these badass women who were just gonna fucking sit back there and pluck you off.
That's fucking
kind
cool.
of thing.
Yeah.
Like
sharpshooters.
So cool.
Fuck yeah.
So she's a warrior too. She's a warrior too. They've been in it together. She's had his 6, you know? And he tells her this. I'm gonna have to go fight with Maui. And she says, okay, I understand that. I'm staying with Kamehameha. I'm taking my girls. Right. We're fighting against Maui, and this is what's up, kind of thing.
Right.
I'll see you there. It's like, I can't imagine what that goodbye was. She would have seen him bank off, and I wonder if they would have had that last glance of, okay, I'll see you one day. This is what was meant to be.
This man's acting like the rumors were true. I'm just saying. She was very much like, yeah, you are going to go over there and fight for Maui, because I'm going to fucking kill your ass.
They do go fight on Maui, and Kaiana falls in battle, and she sees it. This is another one of those stories where, like, if it happened, you know, because it's one of those things where he says it too, Brook says it too. I don't want to get the name pronunciation wrong, and I don't want to keep making the noise of flipping back. So I'm going to call him Brook like I know him. Hi, Uncle Brook. But he says it too, you know, like, my family fought on these two different sides. There is that. There is that type of respect. We've talked about other battles on this podcast where it is interesting because at night when you're not battling, you might go over with your friends on the other side and play cards or something. It's a really interesting dynamic, like these old warfare, you know, especially civil warfare. And so when she sees him fall in battle, it's said that they stopped everything when she realized it. They halted the battle for her, and she like went out there and like held him, you know, and like cried over him and that kind of thing. And like, just like one of those moments, you know?
Oh my God. Yeah.
So again, that story was from Uncle, I'm just going to call him Uncle Brook now. He doesn't know me. In Hawaii, you don't say, like, if you go to your friend's house or something, my best friend's name was Kira Smith. And so I didn't go to her house and say, like, Mr. and Mrs. Smith. I said Auntie Julie and Uncle Derek, you know, like, that's just like the greeting. I still do that to this day. And so Uncle Brook also went on from that story to say that since he told that story publicly, 3 people on 3 separate occasions told him that they themselves were descendants of Kaiana. You ready for some more drama? It gets more dramatic. They said that they're descendants of Kaiana, and that wasn't him that fell that day. He knew that that was going to happen, and they put in a body double, and it wasn't him. He actually left. He left that day. He got out and escaped to the Pacific Northwest, and he landed there and built a life with the Native American people there. A potential story of Kaiana.
Are we going to go find the descendants of Kaiana?
Please, if you are, tell us that story. I'm so fucking here for it. We don't know for sure. Different versions, of course, depending on who this is passed down through, but that's one that I like. So
I like that.
So going back a little bit, Kamehameha is on his way to Maui, right? En route to Oahu. And he's going to have to take Maui. And the ruler is sitting there and he's scared.
Still scared, even though he's got his guy. But I get it. I wouldn't want to fight against the chosen one.
No, we saw him at Iao Valley. Again, there's stories out there of 8 of his men taking on like 200 and stuff. I think those were the numbers, and winning. There is really like insane stories out there of they did not know about 300 or any of that.
No,
like they're out here doing their own level, you know. God, just they were scary.
Beating odds like a maniac. Oh my God.
Right. And the dead king's son is scared. He saw what he did in the Iao Valley. His forces are depleted. He is terrified of Kamehameha's navy, really, at this point. To the point where he tries Western ships that come through, he tries to like impress them and woo him to like be on his side and stuff. And they're all like, I don't want any, I don't know what you're talking about, but no, thank you. He's trying everything because again, he's not the warrior. No. He's gonna pull out. I respect him for that. Again, I don't know a lot about his story, but good. If you can't beat him in battle, try those other tactics, right? But you can't do anything when it's the chosen one.
When the chosen one knows he's the chosen one, it's so bad for everybody else.
And he has now taken Molokai and Maui. And Maui was in several bloody amphibious marine style attacks, but he got it. And now we're on to the enemy base on Oahu. We've made it. He brings 600 war canoes armed with guns and these Western style sails that allow him to travel upwind. He's got 2 warships now and 16,000 warriors. And he shows up to Oahu.
So we got numbers. Let's go.
Those numbers sweep through Oahu. They force them out of their fortified temples that they were in and ultimately force them to make one last stand at Nu'uanu. And at Nu'uanu, with a 1,000-foot cliff at their backs, those who didn't jump were pushed. And Kamehameha effectively took Oahu. And he only has Kauai and Niihau left before he has conquered all islands.
There was something in me that was almost expecting Kamehameha to let the people who didn't jump live. I don't know. But also, hey, when you gotta be hard, you gotta be hard, and that's like
when it's an enemy in battle, he's pretty ruthless. If he's really good at admitting when he's wrong, and owning up to that for sure. But like if we gonna fight, I'm gonna have to neutralize the threats. So it's time for Kauai and Niihau. So he's preparing his huge army and navy to regroup and roll out. 2 more to go. 6 down, 2 more to go. So he goes to roll into Kauai, and his first attempt does not work out because of weather. And there's some rumors out there that say that the Ali'i of Kauai was performing a ritual, like on top of a mountain, summoning, like the spirits, the weather, the elements on his side, and it worked. We can't stop the chosen one for long, but we can buy you an evening.
We'll get you an evening.
Yeah, it's Kamehameha, so like he gonna be back.
He's like, can you please destroy their navy? They're like, best we can do is rain.
Best we can do is some rain, man. And like
you're gonna have to deal with it.
It can't just rain. It can't rain forever, And also, if it did rain forever, Kamehameha would like figure it out and be like, "Oh, okay, guess we're gonna do this in a storm. That's part of it. Here we go. What a fun new task.
Now we know how to fight in a storm.
Conquer. Here we go.
Always, like, oh my God."
He's gonna try again. But another obstacle comes through in the form of the plague. Measles break out, and they wipe out half of Oahu. And Kamehameha ends up getting sick, and he almost dies from this. A Western ship brought this in,
Of course. Oh my God. And that just like one of the most heartbreaking things when you're playing Rome 2 Total War and all of a sudden your army starts catching attrition from disease. You're like, what can you do? You're like, you just got to sit there turn after turn and just like watch them go, just watch them die.
Oh no. you're 2 stops out of the Rockies and get cholera and die. Like it's all the
Yeah.
same thing in different fonts, and it fucking sucks to go out that way. You and your ox and your party crossed rivers. You made it all the way from fucking Missouri, and here we
Here you
are.
are. Yeah.
Cholera every
It's
time.
just, and it's like all
Every
these
fucking time.
guys, they're like, that's the army. They're like ready to go fight, and like half of them gone, half the
Yeah.
force, half your
Like
force. That's heartbreaking. I fucking hate that for Kamehameha.
and
Like I
just like a
hate it.
slow, sick
Yes.
death, like just watching like these mighty
And you have
warriors.
to
No, it's
watch
hard.
it. Yeah, you
Half,
have to. You like, there's nothing you can do. Oh my god, I hate
yeah,
it. I hate it.
half of an entire island. So it's not even your warriors.
The
It's
whole
it's
island, yeah.
families, kids, everybody,
You can't
everybody. Him,
replenish the
he,
forces. It's not just the army, right? It's the people that are back at home. They can't replenish because they're sick too. Son of a bitch.
and Kamehameha is sick, and he almost succumbs to this.
Yeah.
This is a really big deal. It's one of those things where when he eventually dies, if you go with the Halley's Comet date, it's when he's 60 to 61. But some sources say that he looked like he was 80 specifically. And I'm like, well, this was quite a fucking
How can
life.
you? Yeah. What?
I feel, yeah, like this could age you physically, and in a physical appearance sort of way. But yeah, right. Like, fuck off. He looks 80. Like, what's your skincare routine?
My
Must be
guy's
great up there.
61. Like he's uniting Hawaii currently. Like, can you shut up? Can you let my man's
You're gonna
gonna get
need
a
some.
wrinkle or two? Okay.
Yeah, we're gonna make it about appearance now.
7 foot, 300 athlete.
Yeah, just people are disappointing. Okay. Anyways, so
So he survived.
he almost
He
dies from
survived the
measles
measles like a fucking champ, like a
like a
goddamn
champion.
chosen
The
one.
measles are gonna take out. How disappointing would that have been?
I'm not chosen one. Not my Kamehameha.
No,
No.
he was just taking it as a lesson. So all of this is going on. He's still got to take Kauai, and the king of Kauai eventually is probably just like sick of the anticipation, right? He's like, fuck, fuck, fuck. Chosen won this. I don't know. He beat the plague. I've just can we talk about this? Can we meet on neutral
Okay.
ground and can we just talk
Good
about
for
it?
him. Yeah.
Maybe?
That's smart.
Yeah.
Smart.
Yeah. And Kamehameha's like, word.
Of course he would.
Yes,
Reasonable
let's.
guy.
Yeah, they meet on a boat.
Okay.
They meet on a boat,
I
and
love
it
it.
was peacefully agreed that Kamehameha would be the sovereign of a united Hawaii, and he would not invade Kauai. He'd leave that alone, and Kauai would be loyal to him. The Ali'i would keep all his stuff, but be loyal to
Yes,
Kamehameha,
this
right?
is
But otherwise,
the
unshakable.
vassal. You stay in rule. I'm king.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm. The vassal was the word used.
Okay, let's
Exactly.
go.
Look
Oh,
at
well,
you.
let's
Were you
fucking go.
there?
No, no.
If you would have been there, you would have seen some shit happen because some side drama breaks the fuck out on this boat because it can't just go
Oh,
peacefully, right?
yeah, okay. Shit. I thought we were getting out
So,
of there good. Okay.
no, I know.
Damn, I
I
was
know.
happy.
No,
What
yeah,
side
no.
drama?
So this whole thing, this whole let's meet on a boat and come up with an agreement was facilitated by Isaac Davis. He was there.
Okay.
A lot of people are there. This is a big deal. And so after they come to this agreement, some of Kamehameha's chiefs were kind of ready to fucking go and are like, what do you mean? That's it? That was that we're not happy with that. We can't just let that go. So they want to tie up these loose ends. And so they start talking about poisoning, which is a bitch ass move, poisoning the king of Kauai at dinner later that evening.
Okay, time out. You're like getting real hot and then and heated up and then talking about poison.
I'm talking about poisoning the
Oh my.
king. Yeah,
I thought
it's
you were like you wanted to
it.
go fight. Like we're like, okay, we're heated up. You can go fight. You can go get it out and like wrestle competitively against one of their wrestlers. Like
Yeah,
just
club it out, man.
but
Yeah,
poison.
poison.
Disappointed.
It's extremely disappointing.
Uh,
Extremely disappointing. So Isaac Davis overhears this plot
yeah.
and he warns the king of Kauai. that this is going to happen. And the king of
No one wanted
Kauai
it to happen.
is like, okay, cool. We got our agreement. That was great. I'm just going to go. Okay, bye. And so he leaves. Like, I'd rather not be poisoned today. I'm a go. Kamehameha's guys, his little poisoners there, are watching him leave. And now they're fucking pissed. Now they didn't get a fight. Now they've got poison ready to go. What are we going to do? We're going to poison Isaac Davis. And they do. And he dies. Like, that is how Isaac Davis goes out, the one that they spared because he fought so well, like it raised to elite status, like one of Kamehameha's family. That's how he dies.
Everyone hate that. What?
I know. No, I know. Kamehameha hates it too. He's fucking devastated.
Isaac learned how to swim to run away and did not.
No, I know.
His own boy was gonna. I'll kill Isaac Davis right now.
So Kamehameha's completely devastated. He can't even be there anymore. He moves the whole capital from Oahu back to Hilo on the Big Island. So it's a unified Hawaii. He did it in one lifetime. The chosen one, the prophecies were correct. Here we are. And now he gets to rule this unified Hawaii. And he does. He's got some work to do. So the agriculture of all of these islands are rocked by these wars, right? This leaves a path of destruction. And we've got to repair all of those damages. Kamehameha is out there in the fields himself to set this example. He's out there working, repairing those kinds of things. He's drafting these populaces to make repairs on public works that were affected, like broken fish ponds, broken walls, that type of thing.
Nice.
He also reworked, we're doing a whole little revamp, whole little revolution.
All right.
He reworked all of the land distribution to make sure that he's not going to be challenged by any of the leaders of these other governing chiefs. He granted use of the land, not ownership of land, and he could strip rights away if an elite pissed him off at any point. He's got to maintain some power here. He's
at the time.
He's doing that thing. Yeah, he's doing that thing where his reforms look a lot like him giving himself a lot of power. But let's hear him out here. This is all brand new, and Kamehameha knows his intentions. He knows that he's not out to work the people over. He's not out for power and greed necessarily. He's out for a unified Hawaii. We have to do this in order to keep up with these changing times, kind of thing. And he knows that that's what he's about. So why don't we just let me keep the power for now? Right?
The only leader that was all about the unified Hawaii. So I'd say, like for the moment, let's keep that power with him. And
he handpicks men from his inner circle, his closest of close, to be governors of each island. And he really forms this beautiful, just stunning court, a royal court, a legitimate royal court. He didn't want any more fighting. He rewarded his loyal chiefs. He really was out to keep order here. Now, another thing he is doing with this unified Hawaii is trade. He was always into trade. At that first meeting with Captain Cook, right? He's into it. And trade was going to be the thing. That was going to be what kept them up with this expanding world, right? And he had something that people wanted, and that was sandalwood. Sandalwood in China at this time was huge. Furniture, incense. It was just booming. And Hawaii became a stop on the trade routes. It's happening now. So because of the boom on sandalwood, Kamehameha issues a kapu on sandalwood trees. Do not touch them.
What's a kapu?
So the kapu system is this code of conduct and laws and regulations, essentially. It dictates everything: lifestyle, gender roles, politics, religion.
Okay.
It is Kapu to touch sandalwood trees. It's a capital offense. It reduces mana. This is like, don't fucking do it.
Yeah.
There's a lot of things that are Kapu. So because of this booming trade, Honolulu, that was this moderate-sized little town, now had 200 houses, this giant dockyard, and was just this hub.
Booming.
And Kamehameha learned from the Westerners coming in, and he established dock fees. He had locals out there learning to repair ships, putting up these repair houses and that kind of thing. He was going hard. And he was smart. He had that quiet, brooding, calculated leadership quality about him. There's a story about wine. And the people that traded this wine with him, when they left, Kamehameha noticed that this wine was pale. It's watered down. They cheated him. And they were gone. What can we do other than remember, grab that plate number and put a pin in it? And so when they loop back around, back on the trade route for the next time, he doesn't do anything. We're not going to get violent here. He charges them 3 times the dock fees. And when confronted about this, he doesn't say anything. He simply went and grabbed some of the wine that they had traded him and poured it right in front of them, silently, kind of thing. And they knew. They're like, okay, thank you. Here is 3 times your dock fees, and we'll leave with our lives and not do that again. They're not fucking around. He's smart, and you're not going to cheat me. I am on this trade route.
Love that. Oh my God, I love that.
He begins meeting with ship captains dressed in Western clothes now. Like, he is trying to look the part. Yeah. And he becomes the first Hawaiian ever to ride a horse. That had to have been a giant horse.
Yeah. Wait.
Yeah, we're doing.
Oh my God.
We're doing Western shit out here. He really admired King George III. Like, he really just thought that what he was doing was great. Like, he wanted to be taken seriously. There's a lot of different stories about him talking with different people coming in. Like, he was talking with one ship captain about, oh, hey, do you think that the British Navy could back us if there was like an invasion or something like that? And the guy, there's a miscommunication, and he thought that he was saying that Hawaii was now part of the UK. So nothing really came from any of this, but he was trying, right? He was thinking ahead, and he thought King George III was great. He wrote him letters. They exchanged gifts with each other.
Cute.
Like,
okay.
King to king, like, he was being taken seriously. Wow. And he was paving the way for other Hawaiian royals. Eventually, Hawaiian royalty would attend parties with Queen Victoria. He's starting that relationship.
That's really freaking cool.
Now, I will say that this is a Kamehameha story. He's the hero of our story, and what he did was great, right? Kamehameha the Great, he unified these islands. Not everyone was on board with him, or maybe they were on board with him, but not necessarily with Westernization, right? That's a thing. He, in his court, was doing great and making all of this headway, and in court was this whole thing, but it really put this divide between his court and the Hawaiian people. This is we now have this big class difference really kind of being born here. And people didn't love that. It would have been shocking to be like, you're the king of Hawaii, but you're wearing their clothes, like it's people feel a lot of different ways about it, and understandably.
That's understandable. Yeah.
He did stay true in some areas, though. He never, ever touched the Hawaiian religion. That was something that he was not budging on. That is what held everything together. The Kapu system, right? That's essentially what it was. And it was a bit repressive. Like, it was Kapu for men and women to eat together. Like, there were things here that were very strict, but it kept balance. And for right now, we need that, because this is a ton of changes.
Yeah, you gotta be careful going every step. Every
Gotta
step has to be a little careful, you know.
you can't lose touch with the
No,
people.
no.
Can't get lost in it. But the Hawaiian people, again, things are happening outside of court now that are affecting the lives of everyday people. Farmers start leaving their taro fields behind, just leaving them high and dry and going for sandalwood. That's those kind of icky things that come with stuff like that. Well, there's no money in taro. Like it's starting, you
Yeah,
know?
yeah,
And so
yeah.
these fields are sitting there unattended. Elite start to pick up on this whole money and trade thing. They start exploiting people. They start exploiting them for their work and that kind of like it's
Yeah.
starting. And that is a downside. There is a lot of good things about this, but there is
A
downsides
downside
as well. And again, more and more people are stopping on this trade route. That's more and more disease. That's a big thing, and you're welcoming it in,
yeah,
really,
yeah.
and it's hard. He has his first diplomatic crisis. Like you want to be a king in the Western world. Here we go, because your two biggest trade partners, Britain and America, are at war in 1812. And now there is a really real possibility in Honolulu becoming a war zone
Yeah.
and shit that you don't even have anything to do with. Right. But these people meeting up on these trade routes and things are already hot and tense. Like,
Yeah, yeah. We saw what they did to the traders when they didn't even have any problems with them. Like, yeah,
right, right.
it's brutal out there. Oh my God.
It is. And he's making big moves again. This
Mhm.
trade route is happening and he's smart. He's sitting back and he's like, why we got a middleman? Well, I can just go straight to China.
Mhm.
We've done it before. I'm going to cut all these people out. I'm going straight there. But that's scary. I don't want my ships to be mistaken for, British or American ships or anything like that. So he needs a flag. He needs something to fly on his ships that'll let everybody know that, hey, Hawaii, we're good.
Hawaii.
So what he does is this flag kind of has a little bit of everything. Think of the US flag and how we have the stripes and then the square up in the corner. Up in that corner is the British Union Jack. And then he has 8 big stripes, and they are red, white, and blue.
Okay.
There's 8 stripes, one for each island, and the colors red, white, and blue are the same colors as some of his big players here, the US, Britain, France, Russia, all of these ships that docked in Honolulu. He's kind of saying like, hey, we're with all ya. We're good. I'm just here for the
Look at
trade
that.
kind of
Yeah,
thing.
look at us being friends with everybody here. Hey.
Yeah. They fly that flag. That is the same flag that Hawaii holds to this day. That is the
That's
Hawaiian flag.
amazing.
There's a whole, they have a whole anthem. We used to sing it every Friday in school.
Love that. Oh, good. That's so
Hawaii
good.
Pono'i. He has these adversities to deal with as king, right? Another thing that happens to him. Speaking of Russia, probably weren't expecting to hear about Russia in a Kamehameha
No.
story, but here we are. The Russian governor in Alaska is like, oh hey, Hawaii, that's just straight down there.
Yeah.
We need to get in on that. The Russian governor of Alaska sends these people to Oahu, and they get there, and now they're on Oahu, and they get on the soil, the Aina, and they just start building this base, just building a military base,
Ooh.
just straight to
Didn't
work.
talk to nobody, huh?
No, they're just fucking doing
They
it. They told us to find a spot, and here we are. We're doing it. Their plan, the grand plan here, is they're going to build this base, and everyone's just going to let this happen, and they're going to have it, and then they're going to be in their base, and once they're all comfy and cozy in there, they are going to overthrow Kamehameha in a coup, and thereby have Hawaii, I guess. That's their plan. Fucking out there. Again, people like see this. They're like, who are these fucking people?
Right, like, okay, all
What
right,
are
they're
they
doing
doing?
that. We're gonna see what they're doing.
Now, it should be said that Russia has no clue that this is happening. This is not like a Russia sanctioned event or something. They're just like, this is just like
the
a Russian Alaskan governor.
Oh my God.
He's just like, suck it up. We're gonna do this. Russia's gonna be so proud of me. I
don't know. Oh my God.
It's fucking weird, right? So I don't know if people go to this base and talk to them. I don't know if they're just sitting back watching and being like, they're building a fucking military base. I don't know. But Kamehameha hears about this and he's just like, what? Yeah. Why? You can't. Again, I imagine some people are like, we're going to go fucking fight. Let's go.
They have to be ready.
Fucking shark tooth it up, you know? Kamehameha's like,
they didn't without asking.
No, Kamehameha's just fucking like bridge of the nose pinch. Like, just fucking go be stern, but peaceful. Stern though, and just like tell them to go home. Like, tell them no. And they do. Kamehameha doesn't even like, he doesn't even deal with this himself. They go and they're like, get the fuck out. And they're like, yeah, honestly, okay, what are we doing here? They leave. Again, nothing happened there. Kamehameha actually just took over that fort. He's like, oh, thanks for that, I guess. I'll use this.
Hell yeah, you can build it up for us. Thank you.
Right. I'd like to think that he just sat back and let him build it, you know, and was like, are they done? All right, go and get him out.
100% had to have like waited, like let him finish, and then we'll just send him out.
Right, send your fucking 6'5" to 7 foot warriors out there with their shark tooth daggers. Like, hey, aloha, oi, get the fuck out, bye. And they're like, yes, sir, I will be doing that. Thank you. I can't swim.
We might not even go back to Alaska. We might just tell everybody we died.
Yeah, can we do that? What if we
can you say that you killed us? Send it to the governor. We can stay here with y'all.
Yeah, guys, what the fuck? Like, do you know how long of a journey this was? We crossed oceans, the climate, we all died of shock from the climate change here. Like, we don't want to go back. They did. They just like turned the fuck around and went back. I really hope that they did just like bank off somewhere. That's how the Russian boom in San Francisco started. They just like banked off and they're like, you know what? Fuck it. We're done. That's not true. That is not true. But anyways, nothing came of that, but it was a little bit of a lesson, right? It made him weary of outsiders. Like, these people just fucking showed up and did this whole thing, and they weren't afraid.
It felt like they could, right? That's the thing. Like,
and did. Like, they did. They built a whole fucking fort. Like, again, nothing happened, but it could have.
If it was dangerous, people, different situation.
Yeah, exactly. And so he learned from that, as he does, and he kind of locked down the power that he was giving to foreigners, right? Like, who all was coming in here and that kind of thing, because we can't just be having Russian Alaskans coming in with their bricks and hammers and just setting up shop, you know?
Yeah, that's a funny and just like imagining like, them like walking past the docks with like their wheelbarrow. Nothing to see here.
What are these people doing? Just working, not saying anything, just like speaking Russian. Like, you can't just like stop, drop, and open up shop on our fucking Aina. This ain't Rough Rider Boys. Anyway, so this has been a life, right? This has been a journey. There has been volcano goddesses. There has been Russians. There has been all kinds of stuff in this story. Yeah. And we are approaching the end of this great king's life. I know. It had to end. You will be happy to know that did it end on a high note. The last years of his life were just at the height of his political reign, just reaping it all all of that work.
Good for him.
There was peace throughout these normally war-torn islands. You know, they were a unified Hawaii. Their army was strong and unified. Their ports were thriving, and he had no challengers. That part was over. He took out all of the all those cousins. He took them out, and no one was wanting that from him. They're like, no, Kamehameha is the king.
He's the chosen one. Like, we get it. We're not about to argue with it now.
And so in 1819, this great king is dying. And they said that he softened a lot with his age, that brooding sort of, warrior exterior softened with his old age. And he starts making plans, right? Making plans for Hawaii without him. And he leaves his land and his power to his son, Liholiho. Okay. And he makes his favorite wife, Ka'aumanu, the chief advisor. Right. That is who he leaves it all with. And he lays dying at the height of his power, looking back on everything that he did, everything that he went through, the law of the splintered paddle, volcano eruptions, that first time on the Western ship, watching shrapnel rip apart his people, all of these things. And his last words are, "Endless is the good I've given to you to enjoy."
Wow. Like, what?
And he was so right. He would leave this earth knowing, with that peace of mind, knowing that everyone from those islands who used to say, "I'm from Maui, I'm from Oahu," now they would all say, "I'm Hawaiian." He did that.
Oh my God.
So what do you do with the remains of the chosen one after he's gone? The answer is no one has any clue. Let's talk a little bit about Hawaiian burial rituals, which is kind of a interesting and tricky subject to tackle because every Hawaiian was buried differently. Everyone was unique, everyone had their own story. It depended on a lot of things too. It depended on their family's practice, the status of the deceased person came into play, just the local surroundings of where this burial was going to be and where they were being prepared and all of that. And sometimes even the circumstance of how they died came into play. So the ritual of it is, it's not a step by step, we follow this and do not deviate. It depended on so much, and it was really personal to the deceased.
Yeah.
It's like a very beautiful way to do it. When I was doing research about Hawaiian burial rituals, I came across a new source. This person is so amazing. His name is Keoni Kealoha Alvarez. And he is a native Hawaiian. Listen to this. I'm so happy that I stumbled across this. And he's going to be our source for Hawaiian burial techniques. But when he was 8 years old, his brothers were playing outside in the lands around their house. But these lands that they're running and playing on are their ancestral lands, right? Their family has lived in this area for a long time. And when he was 8, his brothers found a cave.
Okay.
And I could never, these boys were brave. They went inside this cave and were kind of playing for a bit, but they noticed that there was something in this cave.
That's definitely, that tracks. Boys find a cave, they're going to want to go in it. I mean, yeah.
Yeah, no.
That's why you were like, I could never. I'm like, why not? Like, we want to go.
That's why girls live longer, man. We're not going in the cave. Also, as a mother,
also true.
As a mother of a 3-year-old boy, I can tell you 100% he is going in the cave. He's going in the cave. He's like, where we should play is right there.
In fact, Mom, you probably stay outside the cave. Actually, don't even.
Yeah, no, Mom's allowed.
Don't even come in.
No. So they're in this cave. They're kids. They're playing. They see something inside, and what they see inside are human remains.
Fuck. Okay.
Yeah, we're going straight to it. Yeah. And so they go home and they're like, oh my God, what is this? Their mom calls the police because that's what you do when you find human remains.
Yeah.
Long story short, these bones end up being identified by archaeologists as Native Hawaiian.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
That is amazing.
I know. So this happens. His brothers are like kind of weary of this cave. They're like, okay, that cave kind of is scary a little bit. Yeah. But he just had this calling and connection to this cave, and he took it upon himself to like protect it and keep this area safe. And he kind of learned like, we don't need to be afraid of this. We need to protect this and respect it type of thing.
That's awesome.
And this is so big to ancient Hawaiians because these aren't just bones from ancestors. They're what they called iwi. And the Hawaiians believed that mana is stored in the iwi, in the bones. Like that's where it is, even after death. That's where it is. Okay. And so these bones are so fucking sacred. But in 2002, developers, I want to fucking throw up, came in and wanted to clear out this whole area to, you know, develop it. And
it's fucking terrible.
And that happens in Hawaii. Like, it happens often. You know, people will be bulldozing things and there will just be human remains there, you know, and they'll just keep going. And it's like, you should feel something. Like, you should feel something when you see human remains when you see human remains, you should feel something. Like, you just should. And if you don't, you need to explore that in therapy, I think. That's my professional advice to you. But this happened a lot, and he knows that it happened a lot, and he sees that they're going to do this to this area of land, and he's like, no, you're not. And he gets into this battle, this big, like David and Goliath situation. And he just does not back down on it. We love to see it. And he does.
Love to see it.
We love to see it. Check it out. I'm so happy I stumbled across. He made a whole documentary about it. It's called Kapu. I will link it in the notes. It is so good. And he goes over a lot. Again, I'm going to walk you through these techniques and stuff that they used. And this video was my source on that. And he goes into detail. The videography is beautiful. The examples are beautiful. He has all different Native Hawaiians and they're talking to you about this. They recreate it. It's just so fucking well done. So I will link that.
Can you tell us if he succeeds in defending this or not, or what?
Oh, yeah, I'll spoil it for you. It's a good spoil. Yes, he does. He takes it all the way, and he takes it upon himself to be the defender of his ancestry. He gets it looked into and everything and finds those documents. He's like, this could be my actual literal ancestors in this cave on my land. So no, he personally protects that area now, and he's going to pass that down to his children, he said.
Love that. Oh my God. Protect the family mana, protect it. Oh my God.
The EV in this cave, it's just so like, I just feel like they just called to him, you know, like needed him in this and been like, hey, hear us, this thing is going to happen. They're going to try to ruin this land, like we need you kind of thing, and heard the call. Like, I love it. I will link that video. It's so good. You can't go wrong with Brook, Kapukuniahi, or Keoni, Kealoha, Alvarez. Like, they're just absolute ballers out here for Hawaiian history. So here we go into Hawaiian burial. Hawaiian burial grounds are kapu. You do not go near Hawaiian burial grounds. You don't touch them. You don't disturb them. The Hawaiians did not. From what I saw in this video and other things that I looked into, like Hawaiian grave robbing was not really it. Everyone left it alone. That is not for you. Those gifts and offerings that people gave them, why would you want that? It's not for you. It is for their spiritual journey. It doesn't compute that you left it alone. They made these graves super secret. No one was to know where they were, and no one pried. They did this under the cover of darkness. That's when you did these rituals. And no one was like following them in the night to see where, like, no, you just did not do that. You were respectful, and it wasn't for you. Now, the body is dead, but the spirit is not. The spirit is on a journey. And so that's kind of how they're preparing a lot of these bodies. That's why we're handling these bodies with respect. Everyone, no matter the status, ali'i to slave, everyone gets a burial ritual This is
okay.
Yes, this is big. Again, it depends on the person and all kinds of different factors, but everyone gets it. It's important. So both women and men have different roles here. Women are collecting natural herbs and they're gathering materials that the men are going to need later to perform this ritual. The women would be in separate houses than the men, in separate areas, preparing these things. They would be making what was called kapa, and that was a material made from mulberry tree. They would pound the bark down to make really long, like a fibrous cloth. It was really strong too. And they would use that to wrap the body or bones, depending on the method that you were going to do. Yes. From there, only a few men, I know the words for it. I'll say it. Kane is men in Hawaiian. Women is wahine. So
I love that.
There you go. Only a few kane were chosen to be a part of the nighttime burial ritual. Again, it varies. So there's several different methods, but I've got a few for you here. So I'll give you a few examples. So if the ground was dirt, you could dig a pit, and that is where the body could be laid to rest. If the ground was stone, then you could stack stones and arrange them over the body. Lava tubes were a place that were commonly used. You could also put bodies, bury them in sand dunes, which in that way, no one will ever find that body. Because even if the way it was explained, again, this Native Hawaiian woman explaining this just melt me.
Yes.
But the way that it was explained was, if you put stones over the body, if you dig a pit, no matter what, forever, there's always an essence that something was there. Something was put into that place. But in sand dunes, that's not how it works. It naturally wears, and the bones will eventually be turned into sand themselves. And so it kind of all gives back.
Right back to the sediment. Yes.
And of course, caves were used as well.
Amazing when an entire culture can not have a grave robbing situation ever,
Right. I guess I don't know if I'm sure that there's bad people. Maybe that happened. I don't know. It feels like there's always extremists everywhere, but it was not a common thing. Where in other parts of the world, it was a problem.
It's a problem, right?
Yeah, if it happened, it was very few and far between. It's not worth it. Whatever thing is there, first of all, again, there is that notion but it's not yours. Keoni did say in his documentary that for over 2,000 years, there was a common way of burying people. And that way was, this always my heart, was placing them in a fetal position. Just like that, returning back to it. The fetal position kills me. Placing them in the fetal position with their hands to their face, and then taking a rope and tying it around the knee joints and neck and tightening it until the knees were up to the chest. And so they are effectively in a ball, in a tight little fetal position. And then they would take this body and they would wrap it in the kapa cloth. And then from there, you could dig that pit. If the ground was earth, you could dig the pit and you could kanu it, plant the body. And the belief there was, like a tree, the body was planted into the earth and it could be reborn into the spirit world. Love it. That was an example of a method.
Love that.
There's a lot of methods. They have embalming methods too. They would use the root water of the key plant and they would use that as an embalming fluid. So the embalming route was there.
Is that like a choice?
Yeah, no, all of those factors, the family, the person, the resources around. For example, if you happen to have a lot of salt at your disposal, you could go for a process called Kealoha, and that means the long fish. And this was a process where the body you would make an incision and remove as much as you could, and then pack the body with salt, pack salt in the mouth. Again, this could be if you had access to it. Maybe that was significant to the person. Like, again, there's so many things that could have gone into the decision on how to do this. Or maybe a certain family could have had a way they do this every time. You know, like everyone is going into that same cave on that same family. So this is how we do it. And then it varies from there, sort of thing. It could be a few different things, but the salt method is pretty intense because that's really preserving. Like
well,
this
when you
decay.
said in the mouth, I'm like, that got me. I was like, whoa.
Watch the documentary, like the way that she, again, it's this beautiful Hawaiian lady talking about how, like, no, my auntie told me when I was younger, like they would pack the mouthful of salt and then close it. And I remember being like, that's an intense one, but that would preserve the bodies for a long time, you know. On a different route, on a total opposite side of the spectrum here, you could also place the body in what was called an imu, and that is an underground oven. This would obviously remove the fleshy parts of the human body and leaving that iwi behind, the bones, right? So you're taking the ashes, and then from there, the kahuna, which is a spiritual leader, that's what that word means. The kahuna would then go to a special place to pour these ashes into the ocean. From there, you still have the bones, those iwi with all of the mana in it. So the bones then were taken and wrapped in kapa, and the mana still in there, right? So this is so important. And then you're placing that bundle, and you can place it in a basket. Something to note here, again, they say this in the documentary. It's so interesting. I'll link it. But for important chiefs, a ka'ai was woven. So what this was is the images of it looked almost like a wicker. Think a wicker type thing. Okay.
Yeah, that was like what was in my head, kind of.
Yes.
Like it just feels appropriate.
Yeah. And so, think that you're on the right track. These weren't baskets, though. They made them to look like the person. So, yeah. Yeah. And this would be for important chiefs and stuff. So I'm wondering, like, did they do this to Kamehameha, you know? Would this have been the method that they chose? Who knows? But they would have made these to look like the person, ears, mouths, all of that.
Love it though. Love the different variations of burial and preservation that they have for their deceased.
Right. And that was just some that we know of. You know, there's other stories out there of family passing down, you know, oh no, they did this or that. Again, it varies for every person. And so it's just so interesting. But one thing that was pretty across the board was you don't mark the graves. You want them secret, right?
That's where probably all kinds of different types of burials come from. That keeping it secret would have, you know, just kind of like developed a bunch of different ways of like a ton of unspoken ones that we just like have no idea.
Right. And that's the thing. Because I wonder if it was every member of your family in this cave or only certain members of the family under certain circumstances. Like, gosh, it could be so many things, and it could vary family to family. Like maybe if you died of natural causes or something, maybe then you're in the cave. But if something else happened, then you did something, you know, like maybe there was a fishing accident or something. Maybe then you would do the sand dunes to kind of like counteract, like, who knows? I don't know. That was all a guess. But
good guess.
I mean,
who knows? You got some good intuition on these kind of things.
It could be like just really personal things like that. So they would not mark these graves, but sometimes, again, this was uncommon, but sometimes an altar would be placed near the burial site. Again, not necessarily on top, this person is here, but maybe on the outside entrance of or something. Sometimes there was some altar. So only the family, no one else. This is still a secluded area. And if you happen to be walking past and see something that may look like an offering,
it's not for you.
It's not for you. It is just keep walking, pretend as though you did not sin, just keep going, walk right over that land, leave it the fuck alone. Don't take anything, leave it. And you don't, just in general, if you're going to Hawaii to visit, for example, just don't take anything from there. Don't take. This is not the place to bring back a cool rock or something. This is not the place. If you go anywhere with really ancient history, anyway, anywhere, hi, that was a dumb statement. If you go anywhere and you're that person that likes to take things, which I don't think is bad. There's people, I think it's beautiful, and people are like, everywhere I go, I like get this little dirt in a jar and keep it. That's great. Just look into that first, though, because it's okay in some places. In some places, it is not fucking okay. And I am telling you, Hawaii is one of those places. Okay. Don't do it. You take a lava rock from Hawaii, it is fucking over. You are bringing that thing back, and you've had a really bad time, and you're bringing it back. Maybe it's over, maybe it's not. I don't know, but just don't do it. I mean, okay, if you like, you can buy a souvenir in Hawaii. You can purchase things from Hawaii.
Yeah, you're not like taking is so different than buying a souvenir. Yeah.
So, to answer the question of where is Kamehameha buried, the answer is we don't know. And we're never going to, because we're not supposed to know. So Uncle Brook says in his presentation, because remember, he is a descendant of Kamehameha, he says that there are some family members that do know where that area is. And I assume he doesn't go deeper than that, which good, don't. Please. But I assume that only some people know about it because someone has to, you know? Maybe they're kind of the guardians over it, like Keoni is into his area. Like someone should probably know.
The limited amount of people should know, at least. Yeah. For this reason, you know, the trusted family member will not speak of it to anyone else, of course. So it's like, it's safe. It's good.
Well, because my God, could you imagine if someone comes in and wants to build a fucking subdivision over the burial site of Kamehameha? Like someone needs to say something, you know, like, and so I'm assuming that's why. Another reason I didn't go super far into this, because I personally am in the camp where he did not find it. But there is a story of a Hawaiian king later that was apparently shown his burial site and took his remains and put them in this like mausoleum type thing. Again, I'm not sure the details on that, because the little bits I read on it, I'm like, nah, I'm not buying it. I don't think that he would. That's the thing. I have enough faith that I think that they would have left them where they were for whatever reason. So for that reason, I'm in the camp of no, maybe he just said that to throw other people off, or maybe he wanted attention. I don't know. I don't know about that person, but
throwing other people off though, that might be a thing. Cause a Hawaiian king.
Right. I don't think so. I think, oh gosh, Hawaiians don't come for me. I think that this was the last king of Hawaii too. And so I'm not sure what was going on in history. I don't know much about him. If you want us to look into this thing that happened here, definitely let me know and I will dive into it. But I don't know a lot about that. In Brook's presentation, he said that his burial place is unknown, and that is what I am going with. I am
That's what it is.
There.
That's what it is.
The last thing I'm going to tell you about is, remember way back when I told you to put a pin in Captain Cook in Kalaniapu'u. On that meeting, during that first meeting, Kamehameha was there. When Kalaniapu'u gave Captain Cook the cloak and helmet, and things went badly. Not entirely sure how, a lot of different things out there on what could have happened there. Captain Cook does not make it out of the Hawaiian Islands, but everything that was gifted to him was allowed to leave. They let it go. I know that was, again, they were at the end of a festival time of year. They're very giving. This cloak, the ahu'ula, and helmet, maheole, made it back to England. These items are so important because these cloaks and helmets were only given to certain people of really high status. They would take generations to make these feathers. The birds that they used were very small. They would like pluck them and let them go, you know.
Oh, yeah. Oh my God, yes. That's good, humane way.
And the helmet is covered in them, the whole thing. It's so, again, we'll post
Can't
We'll
wait to
post
see it.
photos.
Yeah.
They're
Oh my
so
gosh.
beautiful, and so much goes into these. You're not simply sitting there weaving this. To this day, like, they're not even sure the technique that they use to, like, get the netting fiber to get these feathers in, because again, the Hawaiians have so much intention in everything they do, that when you're making something like this, you're not doing this to blow off steam, or like you're not in a bad mood and frustrated with it. No, you're in a certain space when you're doing this. You're putting all of this love and care. It would literally take a generation to make one of these things. They're huge. They're just, bright red and yellow, gorgeous, and so iconic of Hawaii. And this set made it back to England. A lot of stuff happens there. It eventually finds its way to New Zealand. Now, fast forward 1998. People hear about this being at the Museum of New Zealand, and they're pretty excited about it. And the museum's like, yep, let's unveil these items. We're doing it. We got them. You want to see them? Come look. And people did. Over 3,000 people packed in to this museum to see this. So many Native Hawaiians went as well. And they go to this, they were able to perform certain ceremonies, like towards this cloak, and like dance these hulas. And the people in the museum in New Zealand saw their reaction, the way that they were just like speaking to this, like reaching for it. And they say, I found a documentary. I'll link it. Again, it is so good. I'll talk a little bit more about it later, but watching the museum workers in New Zealand talk about this, they said like the longing and connection the Hawaiian people had to this cloak touched all of us so deeply that right then and there, they're like, this shouldn't be here. We need to start the process of getting this back.
That's awesome.
And they did. And so,
oh my God, no way.
On March 16th,
wait.
Let's
go.
March 16th, 2016, 237 years later, the Maori people returned this cloak. And oh my gosh, it was so beautiful. Again, I will link this documentary. They did an absolutely fantastic job. It was by the Office of Hawaiian Affairs, and there was some other affiliates too. Again, I will link it. It's gorgeous. Absolutely gorgeous. But they show this. They show them showing up, the Hawaiian people showing up to get this cloak from the museum and bring it back. And before they left the airport, they're all in this circle, like doing these chants and stuff. They get there, and I bawled through this whole thing. Bawled. It's 26 minutes of your life. It is just so worth watching. But they show them arriving, and they have, it's led off by these two men in like their native Hawaiian garb. One of them's holding a spear. One of them's holding a shark tooth dagger. They have this woman like chanting. They go in this procession, and they meet them at the museum, and they welcome them with this haka. My God, it is just, they did so much. Like they put so much ceremony into it. I'm just freaking watching this bawling. Again, a haka. I'm finished. A haka will end me. And it was just so beautiful. And they're just like standing there. Like, I can't.
No, I know.
And they show them pack it up and bring it home. And again,
cool.
The people of New Zealand are like, oh my gosh, why? This was like the museum, one of their most popular items. There's so few in the world. Like this had so much value for the museum. And the people of New Zealand are sitting there like, no, not the same value that it has to the Hawaiian people. It needs to go back. They show it the second it comes off of that plane, and it's in this big old box, and it's wrapped in this red, white, and blue stripe. It kind of looks like the Hawaiian flag, you know, and they are all at the airport again, like this circle around it, these chants and everything, like welcoming it back. And they put it on this truck, and this truck, big old Mack truck, is escorted by people on foot and processed with conch shells and stuff, and like more prayers and chants. People are just walking next to this chanting like the whole way to the Bishop Museum. More protocol. Again, The representatives from New Zealand came with it too. And so then they were like welcomed here. They had a 3-hour ceremony. None of it was in English. All of it was in Hawaiian.
Beautiful.
Where they just, oh my gosh, again, they had a portrait of Kalani Apu'u sitting in the front row of all of it, and they danced these hulas. The video shows these shots of this gorgeous Hawaiian woman dancing this hula with tears just streaming down her face. I'm losing my mind.
Oh my God. I know. I can't wait to see this thing. Yeah, I'm going to have to, I can't wait to see it.
It's just a really beautiful gesture to return. Most Hawaiian artifacts aren't in Hawaii anymore, you know, right. And so it was a really good start.
Beautiful.
And seeing the people come visit it in the Hawaiian Museum, school kids there kneeling, saying these chants and stuff. It's just, that's where it should be. Maybe what if one day like all the remaining ones are just there in the same space and the same just laid out, you know, like, oh my God. Cause the way it's displayed too, it's, oh God. If you go to Hawaii, you don't want to miss it. Go to the Bishop Museum and take a look at this cloak. The cloak.
We're going to the Bishop Museum again.
I am going to leave you with the Hawaiian anthem.
Okay.
I'm going to give it to you in Hawaiian, which I would normally not do, but I've said this so many times in my life that I feel confident enough in it. I'm not going to sing it.
Very good.
It's very old school hymn style.
Gotcha.
And I can't do any singing, but certainly not that.
That's not true. Oh my God.
So I'm going to say it once all the way through just so you can hear it. And then in true Madi fashion, I'll take you line by line and give you the English translation because it's very interesting. And I actually did not know what the English translation was all of the years that I sang it growing up. And so I learned that during the research for this episode. So
okay.
It is called Hawaii Ponui. And the words are Hawaii Ponui, Nana I Komoi, Kalani Ali'i Ke Ali'i, Makualani E, Kamehameha E, Nakawe E Pale, Me Ka Ihe. I, again, implore you to listen to an actual Hawaiian person. That was the whitest Hawaiian anthem you will ever hear. But you get the gist of how beautiful it is. There's multiple verses, but that first one was the one that we always sing. So let me give you the translation of what this means, because I thought this was a nice end of the story of Kamehameha. And this is the anthem of Hawaii today.
He's in it.
He's in it. You heard it, right?
Yes.
That's him. He's the guy.
The chosen one.
Yep. Ugh. We would sing it to his flag that he put together. Amazing. You know, all of that's still there. So I should say that I found this translation on a Hawaiian website. There may be slightly different versions out there, but I wanted to go with one from a verified Hawaiian website. Mm-hmm. And so if you know of something different out there, this is an accepted version. Hawaii Ponui means Hawaii's own. Nana I Komoi, look to your king. Keilani Ali'i, the royal chief. Keali'i, the chief. So Hawaii's own, look to your king, the royal chief, the chief. Makualani E, royal father. Kamehameha E, Kamehameha. Nakawa E Pale, we shall defend. Me kahie, with spears. So royal father, Kamehameha, we shall defend with spears.
I love that.
And that is the version that we sang every Friday. We sing it on Fridays, but that is the first verse. And I just thought that that was a good way to end it because that is still so there today.
Still
that presence
present. Yes.
is so there. And that is the story of King Kamehameha the Great, the chosen one, the unifier of the Hawaiian Islands. Balls in your court, Amazon. Please don't fuck this up. Please don't fuck this up.
I got faith.
We got faith. We've got faith. I really, really hope that they stay true to the story and the culture and all of that. But I am excited to see it. By the time this comes out, Nope, it still won't be out. So we can all be excited to see it together.
Get excited to see it.
Oh my gosh, yeah. If you guys watch it, pop on our social media and tell us what you think about it.
Yeah.
And we'll love it. We'll read it. We'll love it. We'll respond to you. But hey, thank you so much for listening. Mahalo nui loa. Stay tuned for a fresh cup with Betsy, and we will yap at you next time.
Thank you.
Bye.
Bye.
And now it's time for a fresh cup with Betsy.
Oh, that's me. We haven't done one in months.
No, months.
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 Am I the asshole for making my friend buy me a whole new bathing suit after it was returned to me with a shit stain?
Oh, no. Bum, 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 bum. No, that's like common courtesy, I think.
I would never have even returned it.
No, I wouldn't either. I would have been like, listen, there's been an incident.
And
you're my friend. I know that you'll understand. Let me buy you another one of the same kind. Let me take you shopping, something.
Yeah.
Shit happens.
So this happened a couple weeks ago, and there's still tension in the friend group over it. So I figured I'd ask Reddit. I, female 19, went on a girls' trip to Miami with some friends. One of my friends, female 21, let's call her Mia, she asked to borrow one of my bathing suits since she forgot to pack one. I was fine with it, so I let her wear a matching two-piece set that I've only worn a few times. Before giving it to her, I was aware that she had IBS.
Okay. Why is that sending me so much? Okay.
It's like,
well,
what? Okay. So you thought there was a possibility she'd shit her pants in your, like, swimsuit? Like,
she was like, listen, there's a possibility she's going to shit this swimsuit, but she's going to buy me a new one, so it's fine. Well, that was her thought process going in.
She's like, I don't know. Like, who's she saying that for?
Reddit. There's tension in the friend group, so we're going to Reddit, as one does.
Did you know she had IBS before you lended it to her? Because
like, before you all ask, I know what you're thinking. She was just trying, in her credit, she was just trying to be like, listen, I'm gonna admit my fault here. I did know this information going in, and Reddit should have a fair shot at giving me this verdict. And so there is that information. No, you know what? I respect her for it. Let's go.
That's good. She's been open about it before, and I didn't think it would be an issue. I figured she'd take care of it. And if something did happen, she'd be honest about it. That's fair.
Yes. Well, yeah, right. No, you wouldn't tell your friend that obviously you're good enough friends that she has told you that she has this issue. You're not going to be like, oh, no, you can't come swimming with the rest of us. Sit on the fucking like side because you have IBS and no. Like, you're not realistically like, no, you're not going to tell your friend that. So you're going to assume that if she shits the thing, she's going to buy you a new one. Why would you not?
Yeah, or wash it and return it and have you be none the wiser.
No! Betsy,
if it comes out?
If you shit in my swimsuit, you need to tell me. Even if it comes out squeaky clean, you can like brag about that and be like, listen, I shit this thing and look, it's cleaner than when you gave it to me. That's fine, but you need to tell me that.
Baby, and I use hot water. So fast forward to the trip, she gives the bathing suit back. I didn't look at it closely right away because I just shoved it into my suitcase to wash later. When I finally got around to doing laundry, I saw that the bottoms had a visible shit stain. I was mortified. I wouldn't be mortified. I'd be like, ew, gross, what the fuck? I would throw it away immediately.
Yeah, I don't know if I would like bring it up,
Yeah, if your friend didn't, I don't know, just take note of that in your brain.
Yeah, I was going to say, like, if it was, like, maybe if she does have IBS that badly, maybe she didn't notice. Honestly, like, giving her the benefit of the doubt, maybe she didn't notice return the swimsuit. Oh, God, because I'm thinking,
if your butt was leaking poop, you would check. I
don't know.
Right?
You would think, maybe, I don't know. Now I'm sitting here, I'm like, fuck, if I'm the friend where I lent this swimsuit, like, if she didn't say anything, but she was open enough to tell everyone about this problem, I don't know if I would like bring it up to her. I don't know if I'd call her out on it. I think I would just like throw the swimsuit away
send her a Venmo
and be
request.
I'd be like disappointed in her. I'd be like, oh, that's kind of like not cool, but maybe she's embarrassed or didn't notice or something. And I would just like throw it away and not bring it up. I think I for sure would not like make her feel bad about it. I don't know. You would just like to hope that your
but wait, I think
would be better.
I think your tune. I just read ahead. I think your tune's going to change.
Okay.
Because I feel that way too, but also now I'm pissed. Okay.
Oh, okay. Let's get pissed.
It was clearly washed, but like not well enough. And although some of the girls disagree, it was definitely ruined in my opinion. So she just also showed it to everybody, which is great. Definitely what I want to happen on my girls' trip.
Yeah, see, I was going to say, I don't know about that. I feel like you probably should have just went up to her and been like, hey, I know that you have a problem. I don't want to embarrass you. Again, if it's your friend, you wouldn't want to like put her on blast like that.
No.
Like, yeah, you would just go up and be like, I don't know if you realize this, but like my swimsuit, if you care that much about it, you showed everyone. Like, do you guys think this is gross? Like, what was even that conversation?
That isn't even the part I got mad about.
Oh, fuck. Okay. I'm already there.
Okay. I'm already there. I texted her about it and she apologized, saying she wasn't feeling great that day and she did her best to clean it. But the fabric is light colored and very thin, so the stain is just there. I told her she needed to replace the bathing suit, and since the bottoms aren't sold anymore, that meant getting me a whole new one. She said she'd only pay for the new bottoms because the top is fine.
Oh man, this got like so messy.
No, I know, because I can see both sides of it, but also like it just.
I can too. Yeah.
As far as friends go, is your friendship worth like $60?
It does just seem like there should be a level of understanding here between both of them. You know what I'm saying? Like, I almost feel like it could have been a conversation of like, listen, this happened.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Well, so okay.
She
like,
apologized.
Here's the thing. If you shit in my britches, okay, and you give them back, I'd be like, and if I was going to say anything, no, I just don't see that happening. I don't have friends who are inconsiderate enough to not offer immediately.
That is the thing. I'm trying so hard to like put myself in this situation. If I did that to you and I was so mortified and embarrassed that I tried to cover it up and gave it back to you, you would in no world show that to anyone else and be like, oh my God, you guys, like, what is this? You wouldn't tell me either. I wouldn't do that. Yeah, I don't know. Listen, we're too far away from this. Let's just see how it plays out.
I'd be like, I shit in your things. I am gonna send you some money. Or like if somebody handed me my shit in pants, I'd be like, oh no, it's okay, you keep it. I pretend I don't see it. You can keep this one too. That's okay.
Right?
Yeah.
I don't know. Yeah. The friend who ruined the bottoms though, I don't know, she should feel like a little
100%.
She should be understanding too. Like if you ruin something that's your friends.
Right. But
I don't know.
How good of friends are they? Because this is crazy to me. This seems so petty.
This is really wild. Like if you let me borrow a fucking shirt and I gave it back with a snag, I would be like, can I fix it for you? Can I buy you a new? Like I would be like losing it. Like you trusted me with this thing. I'm so sorry. You know, like, yeah, we're not those friends. I love you. Oh, look at us in our friend group that would never.
I know. Thank God. Jesus.
I would literally take those swimsuit bottoms off and shit in the street before I ruined your swimsuit bottoms if you were kind enough to lend them to me so I didn't have to sit out.
They were also swimming with shitty bottom Sally too. So I told her that doesn't work for me. The bathing suit's a matching set. Now I can't wear it at all.
Okay, it's
so materialistic.
It's trendy to not also.
Yeah.
You're fine.
She called me inconsiderate and said, I knew she struggled with IBS. A few girls are saying that I should have just said no if I didn't want to risk something happening. They also say I'm being too harsh because it's just a bathing suit and she didn't do it on purpose. But I feel like if you ruin someone's clothes, you should replace them, right?
Well, she hid it on purpose. Like, yeah, you can't hold her accountable for that at all. Like, that's an accident. Her friend did know and all that, but like, you chose to not tell her and like try to hide it and didn't do a good enough job.
Yeah.
So I don't know. Oh man, it kind of sounded like that was gonna come to a head. Yeah,
I don't think she's an asshole for asking her to replace it. I think she's an asshole for talking to all of her friends about it.
Yes.
I think the other girl's an asshole for knowing that she shit in her friend's pants and that she tried to clean it, wouldn't come up, and then she gave them to her anyway and didn't even warn her or anything.
And then,
so I think maybe everybody's the asshole.
Yeah, there was a lot of
But
Yeah,
like,
everyone was the asshole in a way. Everyone wasn't the asshole in a way. Everyone was. In a way. This was just one of those things where it's like, hey, just be more understanding with your friends, you know? We'll all just take this as a nice little Reddit lesson.
yeah, we all gotta have some grace, and if we shit in our britches, we gotta just be honest about it.
Trust your friends. If your friend's trusting you enough to lend your IBS ass her bathing suit, then you should trust her enough to be honest about it. And maybe this could have been handled differently.
100%.
I don't know.
Like, and you set those boundaries. Like, if there are boundaries like that, like if I had a friend who had IBS who I was worried about shitting in my pants, I wouldn't lend her my jeans I just got from Japan, because to get those again, I'd have to go back to Japan. So that'd be like $1,200 plus however much the jeans cost.
Just lay it out right in the beginning too and be like, listen,
Right.
if I let you borrow this bathing suit, I've never worn it before. And so like, I understand that you have this problem, but like, please be respectful of my things.
It's good
All
stuff.
right, well, there it is, you guys. There was your little fresh cup. What do you think? Let us know. And check out Patreon, Fresh Pots. We have like a whole bunch of this. It's way more unhinged. A lot of fun.
We're going to have spooky ghost sessions. So that's
You
going to be
wanna
coming
see
up
it.
real soon.
So soon.
Therefore, ipso facto,
Yeah.
get on before the ghosts get you.
Yeah, we'll send them. We're going to send them after
gonna
every
send
single
them.
person that's not on Patreon. So you don't want to miss it. It's only $3. Yeah, we do have spooky stuff coming up. So be on the lookout. All right. We'll yap at you next time.
Okay,
Bye.
bye.
I love it. The chimes, though. The chimes come in hard. It's fucking nice.
That's what it sounds like to you, and I love hearing everyone's rendition of the theme.
It's
That's
not what
we
it
should
sounds
do.
like in my head. What it sounds like in my head is the correct thing. When I'm trying to, when it comes out of my mouth, it just like, I can't say it.
Ah, fucking perfectly done.
Okay. Yeah, no, just cut that part now. It's just,
3 separate recordings because I thought this was going to be easy. I'll cut that.
am I loud? Do I sound loud?
No, you sound good right now.
Okay. Just my vocals were like, anyway.
No.
I'm dying. You did see how hype it gets you quick?
They gave him a lot of things. And when he went to sail away, there was bad weather. He had to come back. He had to sail away. Sorry.
Your ranking. Anyway.
Yeah.
Excuse me, fuck. Come on. Can
Now. Okay. Yep.
Where the fuck was I for the last 10 minutes talking about how he can't swim and died? Okay. This is they were like, we've been, you know, he's not good. Oh my god, what the fuck? So he's 10 years into his reign.
I don't know.
Okay. You just like a point.
I'm kind of jumping. I don't know.
I don't care. I was just
sorry. Thank you, though. That would have been a perfect segue. That would have been perfect in any other episode. Yeah.
Just not it. But yeah, I got you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Here it is. I was right. Thank God for me knowing my shit. Oh, sorry.
Sorry.
Wait. Ah! Sorry. I said Oahu. Sorry.
Okay. We're going to be a... Okay.
I need to wake up.
Jeez. Okay.
So it's time.
Fucking like, I'm so sorry.
Okay.
That's not even like hard evidence to support it, but the Halley's Comet is hard evidence to support the prophecy. But you're just going, oh well, he looked 80, survived the measles just now. Add to the prophecy, by the way, you survived the life-threatening disease.
Fucking hit puberty at like 7, dude. He aged like 5 years when he turned the Naha stone. Like that in and of itself. He leaves this earth with the peace of mind knowing that from that day forward, I'm like crying.
Me
oh my
too.
God.
Like, stop.
Fuck. Okay. We're doing great. Okay.
That was hard.
You would take those bones, you would wrap them in kapa. I said that like a fucking New York ass cop in the 20s. Hold on.
Kappa.
Okay, hold on.
Kappa.
My honky came out.